too.
See, every time
Oh.
every time you count down, I just want to shout something inappropriate the second you're done counting.
And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly.
Yeah, that's also.
Yeah. Oh no. The recording started when you said every time, and not when I was doing the Halo theme.
Oh no! Wait, am I listening to the stream?
Yeah, it's playing on
I am.
your.
I totally
Can't you feel
am.
my heartbeat fast? I want this to last.
I want you in my life. I've done a couple remixes of that one. It's a banger. I could do a better remix now. I've learned so much in the past, like just month of working on music. Speaking of which, I'm almost done with an album. It'll be out hopefully August, in the later part of the month of August. I need to pay for a few things first, and then y'all can listen to it. It'll be on Spotify and Apple Music, and I don't know, like Tidal. Where else do people listen to music? I listen on YouTube Music. It'll be there too. Everybody in chat, post where you listen to music, so I can say yeah, it'll be there. Or if it's not, I at least can like tell you.
Uh, uh, Zach, I trust you to hype my things. You ready for this? Turns to camera too. I hope
I
you're
also
ready.
hope my album's not cringy. I listen to it so much, and
I
I'm like,
hope
is this cringe? Am I about to post cringe?
I hope you're ready for the most heart-rending romantic audio thrill ride you have ever been on. I hope you are ready to cry, feel a little embarrassed, and then cry again on Zach. What's the date that it's going?
Aiming for August 22nd.
August fucking 22nd. I hope that you are. I hope that there's a fucking
Really
line
funny.
out the door. Because if you're not in the line at midnight on August 20th, you're not getting a copy. That's right. We've limited the number of plays that YouTube Music will give
Wait,
you.
no, don't say that. I'm gonna try and convince people to buy more than one copy so I can chart on the Billboard 200. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying you need to dump a large amount of money on my albums, but it only takes 400 albums sold to chart on the Billboard Top
Oh,
200 nowadays.
yeah. That's the goal, right? That's the benchmark. Zach, interesting nerd club founding member Zach would love to chart on the Billboard top whatever.
It's actually one of my like bucket list like stretch goals, like chart on the Billboard Top. I don't care if I'm number 198. Like just being on there puts me in the history books as like a musician who did something. And like I'm not saying y'all need to buy it like 10 times. Like if there's over 1,000 subscribers, if everybody buys it once, we're good. But if you all convince a friend to buy it, also support independent music and all that, I will be getting like a lion's share of the like stuff off this. I could like retire from my full time gig and do music in the Interesting Nerd Club full time, which means we'd stream more. And two, I could chart on the Billboard Top 200. I'm not saying anybody should do. I'm just saying, it could happen.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you should. Everyone in the Interesting Nerd Club buy a copy and gift it to Zeb, but you definitely can do that.
Zeb just involuntarily owns 500 digital copies of my album.
Yeah. Oh, Nick Grimes says Napster. Yeah. Zach, can I get it on vinyl, please?
I want to do a vinyl release, but that's expensive. I said I would do physical distribution, so I am going to get a limited run of CDs, and those will be sold at some point in the future, but definitely not at the same time as the digital release. It's a lot of like hoops to jump through, and I need to budget it out. And I'd rather just get the music out there. I probably will do some promotional contests. I might do a music video contest, and I'm definitely doing a meme mashup contest and a like TikTok meme format contest that I'll probably have small monetary prizes for, just because that's more people who will go and listen to my music, and that's what I care about. I really don't care if I make a cent off of this. I just want more people to hear my music. And if I make a cent off, that's neat.
I've got a great question from chat. Jesse says, "What genre of music do you make?"
I make everything. So I've mentioned before I make music for a very popular Hearts of Iron 4 mod. That's pretty easy to go find, especially if you know that I make music usually under the name DJ Zoda, but I won't be doing that for this album. I'm saving like a new name for my prestige music. This album is going to be lo-fi. It's very jazzy, very singer-songwriter inspired. It's got lo-fi hip-hop style beats, but the instrumentation is very different as vocals. So I don't want to call it lo-fi hip-hop, but if you like lo-fi girl or like jazz or like 70s singer-songwriter stuff or like that singer-songwriter inspired stuff that was popular like last decade, like Gautier and stuff like that, that's what I was listening to when I wrote this album. I will be doing a album after this one that's heavily inspired by late 90s to 2000s pop, a little bit of electronica, and a little bit of metal is in there too. Honestly, it's like the greatest album Poppy will never make, but that's the next album. That's not done yet. This will also be Tom's favorite album of all time, I'm calling it.
I'm very excited. Yeah, I've actually I've cleared some room at the top of the list. I in preparation for this, I thought about The Wall. You know how you think about a thing until you hate it?
Yeah.
Right. I thought about The Wall, now I hate it. Can't stand it. I thought about
The Wall. The wall's a mess when you really look at it, but I kind of adore it.
Dead Before the Ship Even Sank. I sat and I looked at it and I thought about it, and now I hate it. Yeah, I'm like clearing some space up at the top there for you, and I want you to know that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if you can truly hate The Wall that much. It's too good of an album.
Yeah,
it's not even my favorite Pink Floyd album, but it's really good.
The problem with The Wall is it's the best album ever made, so
it's hard to live up to itself. Yes,
I'm sorry. No, yeah, I can say that until you finish mixing the last couple songs.
Yeah. Like when I realized what I was writing with this album, when I started putting the songs together, and I realized the narrative thrust. This is for the one after Rincaria. I think Rincaria will probably be one of your an album you really enjoy. I have another friend who Rincaria might go into their greatest albums of all time. I'm hoping, I'm praying, manifesting it.
Duke says, Viper, hello, not that we're not standing next to each other in Minecraft. This is a great segue. Just as a friendly reminder, the Interesting Nerd Club has a Minecraft server maintained by Duke, and you should go and join it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had a blast on there. We should go back sometime.
Yeah, on the Untitled Nerd Show, I would love to do more flipping Simon Says. That was some of the most fun I've had in a long time.
I would love to go on like a mission. I don't know if they've already like slain the Ender Dragon or anything on that server, if that's how it works on multiplayer nowadays, but I would love to go on like a mission of some sort.
I love this plan. You know what else I love?
What?
This god-awful fucking game.
Yep. Tom, everything in this game is going to end by the end of this stream, and they definitely don't have enough time for that, do they?
Nope. Mm-mm.
You know what they say about writing yourself into a corner? It's a great idea.
Whew. You guys ready? Chable says that we should stream Untitled Goose Game on the Untitled Nerd Show, and I want you to know that is already on the plan.
Amazing. I'm on board.
There's no way we're not doing that. Ruguru, the Minecraft show, you can check it out through the Discord. I think that the server IP is the name of one of the channels. Grayson says, Tom, do you know anything about this upcoming episode? Absolutely, I do not. I am very excited. I have never gotten any of this game say. I haven't gotten a single thing spoiled for me in this game. And
also, for the first time, I don't know what happens this chapter. I never played it. I rage quit when I had to choose between the two brothers. I legit said, "Oh, this sucks," and also, there's no way they're going to finish this story in a satisfying way. And also, King's Landing sucks. So I just I I just said fuck it and never came back.
Oh,
And now I'm gonna finally learn how it ends.
we've got such good comments in the chat right now. Michael talks about stuff, says it wouldn't be a Game of Thrones property if we weren't here going, there's no way they have enough time to wrap this up.
I was gonna make a George R. R. Martin joke and a TV show joke, and yeah, you know what? It's just kind of a staple, isn't it?
Duke says, I would watch Hitman Blood Money on the Untitled Nerd Show.
You know what? If we have time tonight and you don't have to go anywhere, Tom, I'll stream it tonight.
I was actually thinking about that. Do you guys want to transition into the Untitled Nerd Show after this? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
If we got time, I would love to.
Let's see how long we spend ranting about this first.
Oh, for sure. I rage quit at that moment too. Skiller Toad, yes. And before we jump into it, one last time, I'm gonna plug. So I have said the deadline multiple times, and so it's real impressing to me. Rinkaria, the first album that I will be releasing commercially, August 22nd. Lo-fi, check it out. Love you all. Please support it if you're able, even if it's just listening to it on Spotify. I just want people to hear my music. That's what I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
In fact, with that,
like I would like it if you listened to it like yourself, but please do bear in mind that you are allowed to do with our videos or with Zach's album, just play it in an empty room on mute.
Yep.
No one.
I'll be doing that.
You can just do that. No one can stop you.
I'll be playing it on loop because I think it's like over 1,000 streams to count as an album sale. It's a lot, but like I don't know, 100 people doing that for 24 hours a day will get there. It's just not efficiently. But you know that and people buying it and people actually listening to it. At the end of the day, I don't care if I chart. I don't care if I make a cent. I've been working on this album since the fall of 2020 in bits and pieces. It's taken on a life of its own. I want to just finish the project, be proud of it, and as it stands right now, it's pretty good. I think I do still stay up at night sometimes wondering if it's cringe, but we'll find out.
Zach, you know you're one of my favorite people in the world, right?
Yeah.
You know that your computer's on your chest, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. How does play speed figure into YouTube views? Asked Rage Unicorn. That is an excellent question. The answer is that YouTube calculates your total watch hours and factors it against view count. So it gives the same number of views but half the engagement per view. Not that that's a bad amount of engagement. We actually, I don't know if I don't know. YouTube gets prickly about talking about analytics, but we have, I would say, notably higher than average engagement for our channel. Zach, would you agree?
Yeah.
Because you fine, insane nerds watch the whole video for some reason. Sleep deprived, grateful to have this stream to get me through the end of the workday. Yes, let's go. And Human Shaped Dog is appreciating our "we'll be right back" image. Zach, how do you like? That's one of the memes that I am most proud of in my entire life.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of your best ones.
It's extremely good. Zach, are you ready to get into this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go. I've clicked over here, and I've clicked right here, and I've clicked right. I almost stopped streaming. Window capture Telltale. There it is. I have unmuted desktop. I've unmuted stream elements. That I assume is audible. We still have the music off because HBO also gets prickly. You ready, Zach?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Previously on Game of Thrones.
Is that Natalie Dormer?
But now I realize it might be far more entertaining to watch Ludd tear you to pieces. Last house standing wins.
Duke says wed, bed, behead, alive
You
POV
have
characters
a good
in this
head
game.
for business, Lady Mira.
Oh
What
God.
you need more than anything
Is there only
is
3?
an ally.
I have to get in there, Sarah. Look,
There's
I
oh
can't
yeah,
get you
alive.
in. Marjorie's already furious with you. You owe me for
Uh,
this.
I guess
You're
it's
weak.
it's
Just
Asher
like
and
Ethan
2
was.
children. I
Make
don't know
you
how you
jump
want
on
to
his
sort that.
sentinel.
Oh God! He died last episode, Jesse. Zach, do you have a beverage?
No, just water.
I have a beverage. I'm drinking Clarksburg Pineapple Hibiscus Hard Cider.
Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove.
I'm drinking water. With Mio, a little bit of flavoring and vitamins.
Finn!
They're everywhere!
We make for the North Grove.
Let's go!
Let me save your life and our house.
Man, this is so awkward without the
Iron
music.
from ice, brother. Iron from ice.
Nice. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, Finn's dead. They're really cleaning up the characters. Zach, there's 21 people in this chat right now.
Gods.
That's insane.
Is it the North Grove?
I don't know yet.
Yes, Ice Dragon.
North Grove, beneath the watchful eye of the Ice Dragon.
Wait a minute. Oh my God!
Ice Dragon.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Zach, we have a cannon sky!
Yeah, yes we do.
Zach, we have a semi-cannon sky!
Yeah.
Is this Cassiopeia? I had assumed that the Ice Dragon was Scorpio. Or Draco, rather.
The Forest of Sigil. Those look like
We
armor
have
trees.
a like semi-canon show universe version of what the stars look like,
Yeah,
which is awesome.
that's crazy.
I don't know if there's enough detail to mean anything, but you know.
Hear the werewolves whisper. Haven't seen any werewolves this far north.
Constellations weren't included in the World of Ice and Fire because they might spoil things. All right, interesting.
Oh my God! Somebody screen cap it! Screen cap it! Send it around! Send it to our A Song of Ice and Fire! Send it send it everywhere! Screen cap it! Let's line it up! Let's line it up, team! Duke says, "How have you not seen any weirwoods this far north?" And that's a great
That
point.
must be it. We're close. I think I found it.
You found it.
Zach, before we get too deep, can you hear this?
Can I hear this?
I
don't
don't
think so.
I don't think
I
so.
don't-
Hang on. I'm streaming to you the wrong way.
Yeah.
Let me do one of these. I apologize about that. Yeah, there
No,
we go.
that's all right.
This should fix it.
There we go.
Because I know it's much easier to engage when you can actually hear things.
Yep.
Yes. Nick Grimes says, at this time of year, at this time of night, localized entirely in the lands of always winter. Does that mean anything to you, Zach?
Are you
Yes.
Oh no! More than one person did it! Kill it! Oh no, what are we doing? I missed the question. I was doing hamburger memes.
Not with the condition.
Steamed hams.
Zach, are we lying? I think we should find shelter. Localized entirely in this
Denise
stream.
in.
We're gonna find shelter.
Sylvie, we've been wandering these woods for days. Ever since we saw those whites. We'll die if we don't find shelter.
You're right. I'm just not sure how much further he can go. We need to keep moving.
Yes.
Ow!
Zach, I have
wound
loved
is
this
getting
experience.
It burns! It burns like all 7 L's combined! Oh.
I bet it burns like 1.5 at most.
Listen, Garrett. I know I'm not well. And up here that can get you killed. But you've always been there for me. anything happens, I want you to leave me.
What do you mean always been there for
Take
you?
Sylvie and don't look back. Promise me, Garrett.
I'm gonna
I
say
need to know you'll do it.
I'm not leaving you. Oh, did we lose Zach? Hang on.
No, I'm here.
Hang on, nobody go
Sorry.
anywhere. Oh, hello. I'm gonna say I'm not leaving you.
I won't leave you behind. Not now. Not ever.
I don't want to hold you back.
Can someone in chat tell me if the volume is good?
Of it, or you. I mean this, Garrett. If I'm gone, Sylvie will need someone to look after her.
I mean, she's doing pretty fine. Yeah,
Oh, she's
Sylvie can look
stubborn
after
and
herself.
proud. But she's a good person.
Sylvie can handle herself. She's stronger than you think.
I still can't hear it. Is
She'll
it on
need
my
your help,
end? Or hold on.
Garrett. Trust me.
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
know.
on my end. That's entirely my
And if
fault.
I'm not around to protect her, I need to know there's someone who can.
What are you doing?
I found nightshade.
Ooh, nightshade.
It's poisonous, but in small doses it can help with pain.
That's kind of
It's
true.
rare this far north.
Kata could use that.
I had somebody I worked with who's allergic to literally all nightshades. She also has an airborne banana allergy, which is the craziest thing.
What are you doing a bit? Because if you're doing a bit, I have does the Green Knight and
This is-
like the Black
This
Knight?
this is not a bit. This is just her life. I mean, if you want to say her life was a bit, she like verifiably from all the things that are true about her shouldn't exist. She's one of my like several friends who like should be fictional characters but aren't.
All right. Well, just tell her not to watch Monty Python.
it'd be
There's
really
a lot
funny
of
if you
nightshades
did-
in those.
It'd be really funny if you gave Cotter the nightshade and then he like has an allergic reaction and dies.
Yeah, he just fucking
Lucky to have
dies.
found it.
We can use the nightshade to make Cotter more comfortable.
Right. It'll help keep him calm too, in the right amount. Luckily, I know how to use it.
Zach, so you know the game sounds are coming back through your mic.
God damn it. It's hard for me to both hear it and not have it come out of my microphone. I could put on headphones, but I don't want to do that.
Click and hold to kneel down, then press up. Why are you giving me new mechanics here in the last episode? I'm taking a drink because that's stupid.
You see this?
What? Scritches?
Whatever made this must be enormous.
What? What made this?
Claw marks.
Oh, there's a dead
God.
animal there.
Wow. Sometimes this game is beautiful.
Sometimes.
Actually, I might say this game is beautiful most of the time. Sometimes it's nightmare.
You can tell
Must be a fresh
when
kill.
they were given the ability to do things their way and when they were told you got to make it look more realistic and they couldn't.
Hear the werewolves.
Is Telltale famous for being mismanaged? I don't know. Is there a history of this company making repeated poor decisions? Let me know in the comments. As far as I know, nobody's ever talked about this.
What? Excuse me? Excuse me, Bran? Ah! Ah! Oh, Jesus!
Oh my god, it's a polar
Oh
bear!
my god, that was actually really scary!
Shit!
Best not stop,
Across
team.
the ice. Get Cotter across! I'll hold it off! Go!
Tell it Klondike bar jokes. They're weak to that. Ah! Oh no! Oh god! Oh no! Oh no! Oh god!
Garrett, come across!
That's not very helpful to say at this moment, Sylvie. Who? Q Q Q Q Q Q Q. Q Q Q Q Q Q Q. Q! I said Q! Hey! Yes! Varamir, what are you doing here? Oh, maybe they dragged it out of the ice like they did the dragon. Why are we moving in slow motion?
Seven hells.
These are very good points that Chad is making. Polar bears are great swimmers.
Come on.
Yep.
It's fine. Consider my disbelief suspended because that scene was awesome. I would have loved to light a torch before we walked in here. Holy shit.
You were right, Garrett.
Holy shit.
This has
Blue
to be the North
torches?
Grove.
Finally.
I knew it was real.
I knew it.
But why are we resolving this one first? This is the most like fascinating
I
part.
should have had more faith in you. Look,
Cocaine bear.
whoever they are, they can help us.
Who? Whoever who?
Hurry!
Oh my god. That was just beautiful. I'm taking a drink because polar bears can swim. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Garrett!
Benjen? Why are we screaming? Run!
Run! Head for the village!
Help us!
Do something!
Hi. Pardon me? Zach, I don't know if we have time for a new character.
No, oh, he's being worked.
Hide
That still doesn't explain why he didn't swim.
It does kind of make sense that they don't speak English.
Wait! No!
Garrett!
Forrester.
Tell them.
Sure.
I represent House Forrester. I was squire to Lord Gregor himself.
Why? Interesting.
Ours is the Fury.
All right, everyone, please sing the song in the chat. Sing it. Sing this. I can't hear you louder. Meow, 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 meow.
I did actually
meow.
make an entire version of this theme with meowing sound effects. I made it after I already sent the video to Mira for April Fools. I'm like, you can put this on the end if you want. And
Oh
she
no,
didn't
it's
feel like,
fucking playing.
which is fair. I don't
Oh
feel like
no,
editing it.
settings, audio, music volume off, please. Yes, all right. We're gonna watch this entirely silent sequence. Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right, Zach. So I like the northern plot, pretty much unironically. It's very good and very fun.
Yeah, if that was the whole game, like, there are a couple plots where if this was the whole game, it'd be a blast. Can be said.
The trouble is, none of them are the main plot.
What is the main plot? Because I'm lost as to what, like, sort of. It's what's going on in the north, not north of the wall, but the north. But even then, we're like not there enough.
Right, she's still doing stuff down here, for some reason. Let me turn some. You know what? I'm gonna turn the music on, and hopefully we don't. Because, like, those are the only two, like pieces of recognizable music that we got hit with the first time. So as long as we don't run into Daenerys again, I think we should be fine.
I cannot have this kind of behavior among my handmaidens. One of you must answer for this.
One of you must answer for this. Zach, I'm kind of in a kick in the door sort of mood.
Yeah, absolutely.
She would cause us. Please, Lady Marjorie. Please don't send me.
Finally, you grace us with your presence. I was beginning to think you'd found someone else to serve.
How may I
How
help?
may I help?
My lady,
Give her some stars.
is there something I can help you with?
Right, because we threw him with Cersei.
I'll get to you in a moment. Do you realize how precarious my position is with Cersei?
Of course, my lady.
Of all the people in King's Landing, you steal from the Queen Regent.
I didn't mean...
Did you know about this?
Zach, the game volume is echoing through you.
God damn it.
Over on your
Again.
end. I know, I apologize.
Sarah's been stealing wine. From Cersei, no less.
Say I drank it with her. Take some of
As
the
if I haven't
blame.
got enough to
Let's
worry
do
about.
it, right?
Sarah told me about it, my lady. I had a sip with her.
If you wanted wine, you should have just asked.
I'm sorry, my lady. We only had a little.
God's the pair of you.
I'm taking a drink
Where's
because
my
that whole
seal?
thing was
I
stupid.
haven't seen it in weeks.
Yeah. This whole
Do you
plot
know
was
where it
stupid
went,
and
Mira?
unnecessary.
I do know where it
Do you
went.
think that our thief here pocketed it too?
Why are you holding it in your hand?
You don't even have
My lady,
pockets.
please. I would never steal from you.
I've been holding it for you.
I've yet to meet the thief who'd admit they would.
I have the seal, my lady. I was holding onto it for safekeeping.
Oh. Well, at least it's found.
What?
I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
It's not right to accuse without proof. It's just... I need order in my household. Until I'm married to Tommen, I can't afford any more mistakes. I have no choice but to make changes among my handmaidens.
I'm
Tommen's
actually...
garden party, Mira. What were you thinking? I can't believe you'd be so irresponsible.
It was urgent business.
It
Defend
was,
yourself.
Expected better
it was
of you.
urgent business.
I had
And
urgent
Zach,
business there, my lady.
like, they're talking about sending Sarah back to Highgarden. If they want to send me back to Ironrath, I do not have a problem with that.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're still allowed to be there. Like, you're from the north, from a family who loudly supported Robb Stark. You're safer, like, as bad as things are in Ironrath, you're probably safer there.
Redis, you have not missed much. We found the North Grove and a polar bear that can swim only
People were
middling.
counting on me. Otherwise, I would never have disobeyed you.
I'm sure you had your reasons, Mira. You always do. At least you're honest about it. Sarah's been saying some damning things about you, Mira.
Like what?
I suspect in an effort to save her own neck.
My lady,
boy.
please.
You've said enough. One of you must answer for this. Sarah says you used her to get you into the party. You've been with me a long time, Mira. When I'm queen, I'll need people I can count on. Please, tell me this isn't true.
I say fess up.
Mira, I don't deserve to
Yeah.
lose my position for this.
Why not? Like,
Yeah, I don't have a problem with this.
she said tell the truth. Sarah wants to tell
the
the truth.
truth.
You might as well tell the
Sarah,
truth.
please.
My lady,
Look at...
I'm sorry. Sarah's telling the truth.
This has been building for some time, Mira, but it still breaks my heart.
Oh no. I
I've
guess you'll
been
put me on the
nothing but
next
good to
ship to
you.
White Harbor.
I've put up with your schemes. I've even tried to help you and your family where I could. And you repay me with this. I feel betrayed. I won't have it.
Put yourself in my place.
You'd have done the same in my position.
Don't tell me what I would or would not do. Consider yourself dismissed from my service.
Sick. Bye.
My lady.
Later.
Get out.
Woo!
Woo! Kiss my ass, steal all the toilet paper from the office bathroom. I always hated you.
Yeah, I don't know why her plan from the beginning wasn't
Mira,
get the
wait.
fuck out of King's Landing.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, that's cool,
She
bro.
was so angry. I didn't know
got
what else to do.
I got what I needed,
You
and my
saved
family's
me
at
from
war.
being
I gotta
so-
get the fuck out of here.
I can't believe you did that for me. I expected I'd be on my way to High Garden by now. But you
I
stood
look
up
out for my friends.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
my friend, Sarah.
We no longer need to backstab,
I look
as we are
after
no
the
longer a
people
part
I
of the
care
King's
about.
Landing plot.
Thank you,
Yes,
Mira.
this is to everyone's
I really
benefit.
mean it.
Actually,
I know you didn't have to.
I'm shocked it didn't happen earlier.
I wish things had turned out differently. But I suppose this is goodbye.
Flirting?
I'm not sure when. I'm not sure
I
we'll
kinda like
see
this
each
one.
other again.
Yeah.
Tarwick is a lovely man. Good luck with your wedding.
He actually does seem
Thanks,
nice.
Mira. I'll send you an invitation.
Flirting?
And we lied for her right to back
There's
her up
something I need to tell you.
with her marriage and all that.
Something I heard. There are some vile rumors going on about you.
Rumors?
About you murdering a Lannister guard.
Oh,
I
that.
thought you should know.
Thanks, Sarah.
Careful.
Wow, why would someone ever come up with a rumor like that?
Whoa. Oh my god, that's crazy. Huh. Whoa.
It's almost as crazy as saying we drank Cersei's wine, right? Like,
Yeah.
no one would believe that.
Who would believe something so ridiculous?
By the way, have you seen my glove anywhere?
Oh! It's my boyfriend.
You're right behind us. Less than half a league. You were right, my lord.
I know that snot-nosed bastard Griff. He was sent to kill me, not Roderick. He wouldn't run home to his father without trying again. Listen close! I want the road surrounded. Ride hard for Ironrath, and don't turn back. If this goes to hell, they'll need to know about Roderick.
Yeah!
Lay low and be ready to strike the moment I give the order.
I'm excited about this.
And what order is that, Asher?
No prisoners?
No prisoners.
No
Take
prisoners. I was kind of expecting a cheer, but fine. Oh my god, I was not ready for that transition. That was one smash cut and suddenly we're this.
Yep.
My god.
Don't even get an establishing shot.
Wait, hang on. I had something for this. There's something that. Oh no! Yeah, let's go.
Seven hells.
There's something I wanted to ask you. Yeah.
I've been trying to reach you, but your car's extended warranty.
Yeah. Man, these guys suck. Oh, cute.
Yeah, it turns out random like folks they throw armor on are equipped against pit fighters. Now, the second that Ramsay shows up with an actual army, you're screwed. But
He's a
until
bloody
then,
coward.
Your brother was the coward. You should have seen him squeal. When Griff gutted him like a pig.
Excuse me, I was first person during that scene, and I happen to know he killed 7 people. Yeah, I'm in a punchy kind of mood. Got anything clever to say?
Go back out.
No, that's
Just
okay.
keep punching. Keep punching until he's dead.
Are we just going? Okay, we're just going.
Yeah. Brutalize him.
I want to make it very clear that this is not flirting. These two have never exchanged a single word. Aim for the Tyrex, says
We're
Viper.
going to kill them all for this.
Yeah!
Roderick. I wish I had known him, Asher. I'll never get to drink with him, fight by his side,
I think people believe
complain
him.
about what an arse his little brother is.
People loved him. If he said a thing, people believed it.
He was a good dude.
Yeah.
Roderick, He kept this house together through sheer force of will. And my brother was a true lord.
They'll sing songs about him someday. But you're the lord here now, like it or not. By the laws of your land. And to these men, you've more than proven yourself.
What do we think here? I think I'm going to stay quiet.
Yeah, I agree.
I know you never wanted this, but you need to do this. Because without you to lead, everything we went through to get here becomes meaningless.
We have to go, my lord. And Lord Whitehill will be on the march.
Let's move!
I think they're just letting these guys jog. Oh, but dude, sometimes it's just beautiful.
Yeah, they have an incredibly talented art team that must have felt really flustered. Because they got to draw really, really, really beautiful things, and occasionally have to make a goofy-looking, Jon Snow, or Ramsay Snow, or Daenerys Targaryen.
Oh god, or Daenerys Targaryen, yeah. Where's Roderick?
Roderick!
We already sent a writer.
How could this happen?
How could this
Makes
happen?
no sense.
His heroism saved us.
Yeah,
He
I think that's
died
correct.
a hero.
Gregor was a hero. Ethan was a hero.
Oh.
Now Roderick? It means nothing to me.
It was his sacrifice that enabled us to escape.
She makes a good point. That's good writing.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
Talia,
This woman has, in a very short
Listen
period
to
of
me.
time, lost her husband
we
and two
don't
of her
dare
sons.
take time to mourn. Not yet.
Absolutely
Lord,
the
be
way
sure
that
to
she would
move
be
quickly
like
now. He
reacting.
could be at our gates before nightfall.
And a third of them is currently
But
captured.
there's hope yet!
Yep.
I've brought help! Warriors from across the narrow sea! With
All
no
8 of
equal
them.
in Westeros.
Whatever their skill, they are hardly an army.
Milady, I've seen them twice in battle. I've seen Asher lead them. They're a force to be reckoned with and will be more than equal to whatever Lud could muster.
How can you say that? We've already lost.
What are you talking about?
Ramsay Snow. He came here. He set terms of war. He said the last house standing wins.
And with the Lord of House Forrester dead.
I fear she's right. By the terms put forth by the Boltons, we don't have a claim.
Fuck Ramsay Snow.
Fuck Ramsay.
Fuck Ramsay Snow. Fuck the Boltons!
Yeah!
This war is not over until I say it is!
We're done when I say we're done.
Asher, I wish this were a happier occasion. But this sword has been held by a Forrester lord for centuries. Now, it is yours.
Wow, that's a great sword. Fuck you.
All hail Asher Forrester, Lord of Ironrath, defender of the
I'll avenge your lord.
Ironwood Groves.
I never claimed to be the leader my brother was. He was the true lord of this house. But I do know how to fight. And by the gods, we will avenge him!
Ba-da-da-da-da. Zach, how does the Avengers theme go? Because I don't think it's.
He's lying. Look at him. He's a crow.
He doesn't represent the Foresters. Never seen a
Show him the
crow
map.
this far north of the wall. Must be a deserter.
Oh, if you've never seen it, interesting.
I don't trust fucking
Well, I guess
deserters.
Benji didn't go this way.
And you're traveling with a wildling.
We're
All
not
the
your
more
enemy.
reason not to trust you.
We're not your enemy.
Wait, what do you mean?
Says
I'm
the man
traveling
who
with a
wounded my
wildling. Who are
bear,
you?
Who came here uninvited. I could have killed you out there. As easily then as I could now.
He's a warg.
The bear likes your kind even less than I do, so I suggest you shut your mouth.
Who are you?
Your blade pierced his shoulder, and I felt the pain as if it were mine. You couldn't possibly understand what that's
That's
like.
confirmation that, like, more than that.
But I could
wargs
make you
feel like any other
understand.
animals. I'm sure we get that in the books,
Enough,
but it's nice to
Josera.
have like a direct line.
He claims to serve House Forrester. Anyone could say as much. What proof do you have?
The map. We have the map.
If you'd have us believe it's not a lie.
Lord Gregor's map.
I have Talia's necklace.
I was given
Yeah.
this by Talia Forrester before I left. It's the Forrester sigil.
Oh yeah.
Made from ironwood.
I knew there was a reason we had that. Who are you?
Harida East.
You trust this crow?
That necklace is Forrester Ironwood. No one else could craft it as well.
Who are you?
My friend
Yeah,
is wounded.
Yeah, Nick makes a good point. Your bear sucks,
He won't
pal.
live long without our help. High Vis.
Wait! Where are you taking him?
Who is this girl? Is she a prisoner? Why else would
She's
you
my
be
friend.
traveling with a wildling?
She's my friend. We're friends up here.
A wildling girl.
I told you we couldn't trust him.
She'll betray you the first chance she gets.
Who are you? You don't like
My
wildlings.
name is Elsera Snow. This is my brother Joseph.
Man, the new season of JoJo's
is
Bizarre
this
Adventure is
place?
weird.
A refuge against the forces of darkness during the long night. A place of great power
Yo,
to
this has
those
huge
who
lore
know how to
implications.
use it.
Yeah, it does.
I assume that's why you're here.
You're a long way from home, aren't you? There must be a reason you've come all
My
this
home
way.
is in danger.
House Forrester is in
My
great
evening's in danger.
The Boltons are the Wardens of the North now. Ever since Lord Gregor fell at the Twins, the White
What do
Hills
you
have-
mean? Since Lord Gregor fell?
Lord Gregor was slain at the Twins months ago. Betrayed by Walder Frey.
Who are you? Snow, which means you're
didn't
from
know.
the north. You traveled
Of course.
north. Why?
How could you?
He has no idea who we are.
Yeah,
Neither do
correct.
I.
Why would he?
Yeah, why would he?
You're right.
Who are these
He's
new
just
characters?
a messenger. All he did was use some ironwood necklace they gave him. Why should we trust him with anything? They clearly didn't.
Lord Gregor trusted me.
Otherwise, he would know.
Lord Gregor was willing to trust me. If he was, then you can too.
He wasn't the best judge of character.
I don't know you.
Perhaps
How can
Lord
how
Gregor
can I
never
judge your
told
character?
anyone.
I don't know your
I
character.
wouldn't be surprised. Better
Do you
to
stop
hide his
pointing a
shame
knife
when no
at
one can
my
find
friend's
out.
throat? I was planning on flirting with her later, and really be easier if he was alive.
Whites.
Gregor went
I don't flirt with dead people. I'm not Beverly Crusher.
This is the gift the Grove
Bever-
gives me.
Beverly Crusher is my
I
favorite
control these
wrestling
words.
move.
What about them?
Hiftones.
What? No! Let me go!
Wait,
Did
what?
they teach you to fight at Castle Black? I hope they did. Otherwise, you're
Leave
likely
Sylvia
to
alone.
die.
I'll fight. But only if you release her.
I knew you couldn't be trusted. Maybe you're the one who should be tied up.
Honestly,
We
she's a
don't
better
have
shot
time
than
for
I
this.
am.
The dead are coming. I'll untie her, but she'll need to be watched.
That's one less warrior, so I hope you know how to fight.
You could leave us here together.
She could also fight.
Yeah, Chable says that she working all the soldiers, and it sure does look that way.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course.
Oh, you're totally
There's something
right.
wrong with them, Garrett.
Yeah.
Oh, she totally is working all of them.
Yeah.
They're not normal free folk. Not like any I've ever seen.
Ready.
Aye.
Crusher, I Beverly even know her.
Was that in chat? Who
Yes,
said that?
y'all. That's Michael talks about stuff.
Michael, that's great. Nothing but quality. Legit. Nothing but quality from your end.
Wait.
I'm gonna be using that one on Friends for a while now.
They're searching your room.
I know Mira's a big Bev Crusher fan.
I don't even think that Mira Forrester has seen the show.
Sorry, Mira reads on YouTube.
They're coming after us
to disambiguate.
Right. Mira Forrester is a big Mira Reeds fan.
Gotten rid of that
Yes.
ages ago. Come on, we can't stay
He's
here.
right. I'm taking a drink because he's right.
What's going on, Tom? Sarah said she'd heard rumors about me.
Sarah Snow.
It's all over the keep, milady. They're saying you take Lannister men to your bed and murder them in their sleep.
What? That's ridiculous.
It'd be ridiculous, milady, if soldiers weren't smashing in your door.
He makes a good point.
They're saying you killed that Lannister guard. There's more. Someone sent the captain of the guard a message about you. Dropped off at the guardhouse. Anonymously.
What does the message say?
You mean someone's plotting against me? What was in the message?
Murder accusations, most likely. Whoever's behind this, they're making their move now. If those guards catch you, if they catch us, we've got to stay close to Lady Marjorie.
I don't know about that. I think we gotta get the fuck out of here.
They won't touch us if we're with her.
I'm on my own
now.
I'm on my own now.
Lady Marjorie dismissed me. For good.
What? What for?
Nick, you don't know this kid? This kid's
It's not
Tom.
important. Just... we can't count on her.
Then we've had it, Lady Mira.
Calm down.
I'm not sure if he's supposed to work for Varys or
Panicking isn't
Littlefinger,
going
or
to
if he's working
Those
for somebody
guards
else
won't stop
entirely.
until they find someone for Damien's death.
Like, Varys has
What are we
little
going
birds,
to do,
which
Lady
are
Mira?
supposed to be tongueless, but we also, as far as I'm aware, never
How are we
see his
getting out
little
of this
birds
one?
in the show.
I have to get out of the keep. Or I'm done for.
We certainly haven't seen
You,
up
my
to this
lady?
point.
We're in this together, like it or not.
Okay, let's get gone.
Okay, yeah, get a
I
goddamn
don't know how
boat.
to aid you now. Tell me and I'll help you.
Help me get to Ironrath. Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Whatever it
Let's
is, we can't stay
let's
here.
make like a tree and
Things are
get
too
out of
dangerous for
here.
me here, Tom. I need to get back to Ironrath.
There's a collier store by the river gate, on Muddy Way. The owners are like family. You'll be safe. From there, we can get you out of King's Landing.
Okay, cool. Dope. Ah! My hand was not on the keyboard.
Show yourself, or it'll be worse for you.
Get to the colliers. Tell Godwin I sent you. Goodbye, Lady Mira.
The coal boy. Take him.
I feel like we both could have gotten out of here.
Yeah. It was a really unnecessary sacrifice. You could have just ran.
This kid is a free agent because they couldn't afford Varys or Littlefinger. That's a good joke.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
my
an
god,
independent-
there's
he's an independent
28
intrigue
fucking people in this chat.
It is the finale. Thank you
Mira
all for
told
being
us he
here.
was
We really
gathering an
appreciate it.
army. We have her to thank it's not bigger, but we can't fight that.
He doesn't expect us to. He's trying to frighten us into surrender.
Let him try and do a siege. Winter is
Every
coming.
bolt aimed
They'll
at
starve
Lord
before
Whitehill
you
the
do.
moment he appears.
Wise. That's a sizable army. I like this. I'm going to pause this and talk about this for a second. We talked about this in a previous episode. I love the scope of this conflict.
It's just two houses fighting each other.
Yeah. Like, this is a larger army than I expected him to have, and this is still only what? Like, I'm, like, 70 visible on screen right now, so probably a 200, 300 person army?
Yeah, I would say 200's the max, really, but, like, that's all you need for a conflict this size. Although, a siege with this many people on, like, the thing about Ironwrath is it's a pretty, like, fortified position. I honestly would just have been stockpiling food the whole time. That doesn't make as fun of a game. But this is a good, like, representation of what this sort of conflict would have looked like for the size of the houses.
ACG says there's only 6 likes, guys. Come on. And this is a very good point. I want you to like this thing into the sun. I want it record-breaking. It's right underneath your screen right now.
Ryan.
Click it.
Crossbows up!
You don't have to. Oh, it's up to 9 now.
Show your face, boy!
Have we talked about how this guy looks like Mirror Universe Danny DeVito?
Ryan!
Yeah, a little bit.
It's
All right,
frightened, Father. Anya!
I don't know what this line means. Have you come for peace? What I want it to be is, have you come to surrender?
I'm sure that's how Asher will say it, but I was going to call him a coward, because he is.
Okay, I like it.
Well, Lord, you must not have much faith in this army of yours if you feel the need to hide by my little brother.
You mistake me, Forrester. Ryan is here for your protection, to stop you from being stupid. You see, I'm here to end this once and for all. You got your little revenge on my men, but it's time you listen to reason.
I mean, that is pretty cool.
I could ram your gates down and kill every last one of you. Or we could end the bloodshed here and now. This war is over, Asher. It ended the moment Roderick fell. By Ramsay's rules, I'm the victor here. This will all be mine now.
We never agreed to Ramsay's terms.
One way or another.
You put too much stock in Ramsay's terms, Lord. Terms set by a madman. Terms that I never agreed to.
You really think Lord Ramsay will ask if you're in favor of his terms before flaying you alive for breaking them?
Let's put all this ugliness behind us. I'm willing to talk terms of your surrender.
Surrender?
Open your halls and bend the knee as my bannermen. You continue to produce ironwood, under my supervision, of course. And you will join your house to mine, for all to see, by wedding my Gwyn.
Well, fuck me.
Asher, you can't!
It's an army, not Gwen.
None of these seems like an Asher response.
No, I'd say I see an army, not Gwen.
That
Like,
would
if
be
you're gonna...
easier to believe coming from Gwyn herself. Where is she?
Far away from all this, of course. Besides, I speak on her behalf as her father. I will
That was
just
the
as
one we
happily
had like a
kill you all and be
romantic
done with it.
star-crossed lovers thing with,
But
right?
I'm very
Is that true?
generously giving you
It's part
a
of the
way
reason
to
he got sent
keep your
away, I
bloody
think.
lives.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, one last thing. As a show of my goodwill, I've brought home the body of your lord.
It'd be funny if he stood up
Your
again.
brother was
Oh,
too
no.
stubborn to know when it was over.
Roderick, let me see him. I want to see my brother.
I'm
I did
sure
not
your
expect
people
this.
will
I
be
didn't expect
relieved
this
to keep
gesture.
their lives.
I kind of want we'll never serve you.
It's tough. Because you want to get the body back.
Surprisingly honorable gesture, Lord.
Of course it was. You have an hour. I'll be waiting in mid-camp.
He came back the same way he did the first time.
Yeah.
Get out of here, store brand Dario Naharius. Oh, I think that Forge a little while ago asked what happens if we hit 100 likes. Zach, what happens if we hit 100 likes?
100 likes on this stream?
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Thank you all profusely, because that would mean like 100 people watch it.
Next Bills game, I'm going to throw Zach through a table.
Yeah. You know what? That's fair. It's kind of wild for a Bills game.
No! No!
I'm sorry, little brother.
I've buried too many sons.
You deserved more days than what you were given, brother. And a better death than this. The world is colder for your passing.
Forgive me, I just... Perhaps the time has come to truly let this bloodshed end. We simply accept. We bow our heads and Asher marries Gwyn.
Craven.
It's not the worst terms I've ever heard.
I can't. They killed my brother.
I can't bow my head to the fucking White Hills after all they've done.
If they wanted to negotiate, they shouldn't have killed my goddamn brother.
Dude, fuck this fucking game for being good sometimes. Because I really liked that scene.
Yeah.
Everything from Asher's arrival at Iron Wrath to Asher speaking over Roderick's corpse. The conversation with Ludd through the bars was a good, politically savvy conversation between two. I'm not gonna call Ludd likable, but he is an understandable character. Two well-written, understandable characters.
He is plausible in the world of Song of Ice and Fire and written well for what he is. He's an asshole. He's a bastard. But there are plenty of, a lot like a bastard in that sense. But like he's a dick, and there's plenty of people like that on like conflicts we both like and dislike. Wyman Manderley, everybody loves him. He's a huge fucking asshole, but we like him.
Right. That felt like a conversation between like, what's a good example, right? That felt like the conversation between Peter and Catelyn when Peter was offering her Ned's bones back.
Yeah.
Right. It was well written. It was sensitive. Neither player in the game gave up too much, but meaningful information was exchanged, and it was great.
Yeah.
I like this game.
Gwyn, but
sometimes.
No, not like this. Even if you went through with it, Ludd would have you killed the moment Gwyn produced an heir.
He does make a good point.
There will be no marriage. If we bow our heads now, we'll always be his slaves.
We have to kill them, Asher.
Aye, piss on surrender. Let's ride out and kill them all.
Aye. We ride for war! We ride! Spill their blood!
I say we make our stand here. We make our stand here because it's much wiser to make our stand here, behind siege lines.
Believe me, I want to kill every last fucking one of them.
But we just
There's a reason you build castles, because you can hold off armies multiple times your size if they have
inside our walls.
Oh my god, a fucking bait? A fucking bait? Oh my god, a fucking bait! Open the gates abandon the walls, and cut their force in half as they're coming through.
That's kind of ingenious.
Whoa!
An Iron Fist, his sons, his bannermen do nothing.
Because the pit fighters aren't good on walls, but they're great in confused hand-to-hand.
Without Lord at the lead.
They'll scatter like chickens with their heads cut off.
I love her.
That's good, but how? Ludd will not simply cast aside his men and offer his neck. Such a task is easily said, but Ludd is wary.
We simply
Separate
need a
him from his army.
ruse to separate him from his army. To get him alone and feeling safe. And there's one way to do that. We tell Ludd exactly what he wants to hear. We invite him inside to celebrate and drink to our union.
And then?
An ambush. Your pit fight is hidden until the last moment.
No, an ambush is too chaotic. Things could go badly quickly. Ludd could escape.
There's another way.
Yeah?
Poison. In his wine.
A woman's
Oh, we do a red wedding.
Yes, and a good one. Lethal and direct.
Either plan is high risk. We only lure Ludd inside if the whole family is there to sell it. Talia and Ryan will both be in danger.
We're already in danger. I'll be there, Duncan. I'll pour the wine myself.
Poison is dog shit. You're here for revenge. You want him to choke on your blade, not his vomit.
But in ambush, there's no way to control. Everything could go wrong.
Look, I do like this scene, but we really should be having this, like, in council chambers.
Yeah.
But also, there's only, like, 50 townsfolk left, so I guess it doesn't really
Poison
matter.
is targeted.
Yep.
Ludd will be the first to fall.
I'm
After we
sure
do
I
the
have such a
ambush.
toxin in my stores.
No.
Well,
I came here to wet my sword in Westerosi blood. It's what you promised us.
we did promise
We're
them
at
to
a
get to murder
crossroads,
them.
my lord. We have to make a choice.
These are the only options on the table.
Asher is our lord now.
I'm
The decision
going
is
ambush.
yours.
I don't know
Dude,
about
this
you.
this slow fucking zoom has been so good.
Yeah.
While everyone is like, while he's sitting there, Tywin Lannister style, letting everyone else talk at the council meeting.
Are we going for the ambush?
Yeah, I think we are, and I also think I'm not worried about guest right here. I'm not. Poison is breaking guest right, but I'm not worried about that because, Ramsay broke guest right when he killed Ethan, and as ACG points out, the whole red wedding thing. However, we do not. Man, that is so far from a guarantee. We need to get Ludd to drink a poisoned cup of wine.
And then you've only killed Blood, right?
Yeah.
Like, he has plenty of kids.
Yeah, Griff is, like, he's an asshole and kind of stupid, but he is a battle commander who has field experience, and I don't really want him taking up the reins. Hopefully, if we can get him, we can get them both.
We can get them both, and we can also, like, beat their army, hopefully. And if that works, then they have no recourse. Meanwhile, the recourse, if we poison Ludd, is to go with Plan A, which was to attack us.
Yeah, if there's 500 men, realistically that means there's probably between 5 and 10 commanding officers, and 8 of them are going to be at this fucking table. I would love to kill them all. Yeah. That sounds great. Ambush it
I
is.
understand the risks. But an ambush is the best way to kill as many Whitehills as possible.
True.
Then we have a plan.
Whatever happens to me, I need you to get Ryan out alive. As soon as we move on, Lord.
Not a problem. You know you're the only family I've ever had. That makes Ryan my brother too.
Oh, I want to see their adventures
won't
after
forget
this.
I've forgotten the number of times I've heard you say that.
I've said that before.
We will avenge Roderick's death tonight, whatever it takes.
Send word to Ludd. We'll drink this night to the prosperous future of our united houses.
I'm taking a drink because this is better than 3/8 of Game of Thrones.
This plot is. The problem is, apparently half of this is going to be King's Landing.
Search the area.
It hasn't been that
This
bad.
should have happened way earlier.
And it's worth noting that that was Red Keep plot. This is now King's Landing plot. This is functionally a new setting. So it could be okay.
Well, the problem is it took this long.
Oh, this fucker.
There she is. Take her.
What's all this?
Lovely to see you.
Play along. Oh, sorry.
I'll tell you on our way. You're making a big mistake. Don't you know who this is?
Doesn't matter who he is. We're here for you.
This is Lord Rickard Morgren, the most powerful ironwood merchant in King's Landing. One word to your superiors, and he'll have you carted off to the wall. Rickard, tell them how far you'd go to protect your friends.
Lady Mira, I hope these men aren't bothering you.
We have orders from Captain Lucan to...
Let me worry about Lucan. You worry about buying yourselves a few tankards. On me. Thank you for keeping our city safe. Can I take you somewhere, Lady Mira?
You on your way out of town?
The Rivergate. Thank you.
The Rivergate! Quick as you can! What's going on, Mira? Is there a problem?
Someone's out to get me. Right, we're no longer in the King's Landing plot. We're manufacturing a new plot.
Yeah.
Someone's plotting against me.
Plotting? What do you mean?
They're spreading malicious rumors. And worse, they've set the guard after me.
I see. That is worrying indeed. Clearly you've made powerful enemies here in King's Landing. Although, you've made short work of one of them, at least. I hear Lord Andros has found a home in the Black Cells. I'm impressed. It seems he took on the wrong handmaiden, and
that snake deserved it.
Andros was a snake, working for the White Hills. He got exactly what he deserved, and no more.
I'm inclined to agree. I doubt anyone will miss the oath. Of course, now that you've gotten rid of my biggest competitor, all kinds of opportunities have opened up. Particularly in your part of the Seven Kingdoms. The ironwood market is wide open.
I plan to take advantage.
A lot of gold to be made.
And I plan to take full advantage.
A bold claim for a handmaiden on the run from the guard.
But,
you're clever, Mira.
But not a bold claim for your fiancé.
Yeah,
Working out that Andros was in league with the White Hills, you showed an understanding of King's Landing that took me years to gain. Of course, I knew you'd be a problem when we first met.
Fuck, he's monologuing.
Imagine a handmaiden stealing the crown's ironwood contract from under my nose.
Ah, fuck.
That's why I bribed that Lannister guard to kill you. Don't look so surprised. You must have known you'd become a target sooner or later. Killing Lannister guards does not go unnoticed. You really didn't see it coming.
No, I didn't see it coming that the random ass motherfucker I met in the alley would be the one person I needed not to talk to.
You never should have trusted me. That may have been
You're not
your
Littlefinger.
own mistake.
You've had 8 lines
After
so
Lud
far.
takes Ironrath, he and I will control the ironwood trade entirely. You've been very helpful, Mira. But it's time to get you out of the way. Can't have you complicating things.
Lud will turn on you.
Lud will
You're
turn on
making
you.
a mistake, Morgren. Lud will turn on you the first chance he gets. You're a fool if you don't see that.
Go.
Tell me, Mira, who is the fool here? You or I?
Oh, Q. Oh, God.
We've arrived. Now get out of my fucking litter! Lucan, I fancy coming across you here. I seem to have found something you're looking for.
That you have, my lord. I've been searching for this murderer a long time. Finally, I got her.
I've done nothing wrong.
You've got the wrong person. I've done nothing wrong.
Shut your liar's mouth. It's time you answered for your crimes.
Take her to the cells. Chin up, Mira.
There's no
I'm
way
sure
out
if
of
you
this.
ask
This is
him
an entire
nicely,
waste
the
of a plot.
headsman will be quick.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna be playing like duck
if
and
there's
dodge.
a daring escape from King's Landing, where like the person you plotted with ends up helping you get out, that would have been cool. If you were screwed no matter who you picked,
Forgive my brother's temper.
that just kind of sucks.
It's said over time, wargs adopt the traits of their animal. And your news was unexpected.
It's said over time, wargs adopt the traits of their animal. Is that relevant to us?
That's fascinating lore if we can substantiate it.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, we know that people lose themselves. Like the wargs who get stuck in the animals eventually lose themselves in their animals, right?
Yeah.
Like they're there, but very distantly. It shouldn't be that surprising. I guess that means like if the Targaryens are like connected to their dragons, right? Maybe they could become more dragony as time goes on. Maybe that's what's going to happen to Daenerys, right? Like she has 3 dragons.
Oh,
Maybe
that's a good theory.
Yeah, if the bond with her dragons makes her more dragony over time, it's not surprising she's going to find more solutions that can be solved by starting a fire.
Do the Targaryen dragons go to war because of the Targaryens, or do the Targaryens go to war because of the Targaryen dragons?
Ooh, yeah.
You see, Gregor Forrester was our father, and we are his bastards. I doubt anyone knows.
That's what I was going to guess, actually.
It was his dark
So,
secret.
You're
And
right,
he
no one
feared his
knows.
family would find out.
No one at Ironraft knows of this. Not that I've ever heard.
I suspected as much. Josra would say he banished us to hide his shame. But I like to think it's because he knew what we were. That he was protecting us in his own way. We thought one day Gregor would come and see everything we've built. But instead it was you. You are the first to arrive. It must have been a difficult journey. Few try, and fewer still live to tell about it.
I had help.
I wouldn't have made it alone. I had help from my friend Cotter and Sylvie.
But they were following your lead.
Kinda.
You were the one who was sent by House Forrester.
So
Our
what is
father
this place?
entrusted us with protecting the North Grove. That has always been our purpose. But we've learned there's a power here, Garrett. A power we've only just begun to understand. Winter is coming, and we haven't much time.
What the fuck is
Gregor
this?
ven Fionn Bjorn Sager ven. Svealoden Mopre befastan.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Hello? Oh, they make such terrible noises. Oh my god. How did you know you would... Oh, right, because we're riding out to face the lights. Q! Stab him! Nice. Hello? Oh god! Okay. Oh god! Q! 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 Fuck. Holy shit! Wait, who's the... Oh, that's one of her zombies. Which we have not talked about yet.
Yeah. Mind thralls or something like that. My like perception of it. They don't seem to be dead,
This one.
but they're certainly not alive.
Are they whatever Euron does?
Thralls, yeah.
Stab. Oh god. Nice. I love this bear. Okay. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him! Nice!
Oh god! Finn!
Oh, Finn, no! 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 Ah!
Well, I'm gonna roll this.
You died. Human-shaped dog, how dare you unsuspend my disbelief? Human-shaped dog says Bear Claw's made of dragon glass now? Which is a very good point. Alright, everybody take a drink. Tom died. Oh my god. Alright. Okay, here we go. We rocking. Fuck that guy. Here we go. You are absolutely right. They are Last of Us noises. Stab him!
Oh god! Finn!
That one. That one. That one. Oh, I'm so sorry about this, dude. Oh my god! Sometimes when I get hit with a hard question, I'm really stumped. Zach, do I need to hit the button on that joke? You gotta tell me.
I think you're good.
Okay, alright. He did just get his hand cut off. Eat! Get him! Yes! Sorry, bro. I really did like you.
Yeah.
You were an asshole, but you weren't the worst kind of asshole.
You weren't a White Hill. We know that.
You really did complain the whole time, but so does my family on road trips, so that's okay.
Maybe I'm wrong, but you keep looking at
He's
him.
my friend.
Who was my friend?
He was my friend. His name was Finn.
You sure do.
He was here because of me. I let him join when we left Castle Black.
That was his choice. It's not your fault.
Now his watch has ended.
That's another.
Get your sword out of him. You're allowed to get your sword.
Yeah, you should probably
You
get
fought
your
well.
sword.
For a crow.
Well, apparently
I
he has.
saved your life.
I wouldn't go that far. Although I admit, you can fight.
You're welcome, asshole.
Maybe they did teach you something at Castle Black.
You fought well too.
But then,
You fought well too, yeah.
my
Be
expectations
nice to
were
him.
low.
You fought well yourself.
We're
Or
nice.
at least your bear did.
Yeah.
Oh,
His name is Shadow.
that's a good name for a bear.
Killing them I don't mind. It's the burning that stays with you. You'll never forget that stench.
Did you see what they just did? They don't care about their own.
My sister has trained them well.
Yeah, can we talk about that, please?
Emotion is a weakness. According to her.
I'm gonna say silent. Because I'm actually,
They've
like,
been trained to fight.
supremely impressed.
Nothing else matters but that. They're more my sister's doing, not mine.
You say trained. What do you mean trained?
The whites grow bolder by the day. Ever since the wildling tribes went south with Mance Raider.
Here we go.
I need to go back.
Here, let me help you.
I'm fine. It's nothing. I should return to the village.
You got a hole in your stomach.
Fulgor and Weissenir.
Hey,
Did
that
you
one's.
not hear me?
Hey, that one's chilling.
Fulgorin!
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa! What the hell?
What?
Wait! Fulgor and Weissenair.
Zach,
You're
what the fuck
losing
is
control.
happening? What the fuck is this?
What was that?
It's blood magic. The more she uses it, the weaker she becomes.
What do you mean it's blood
And they can
magic?
sense it.
What are you talking about?
Wait, the more she
They'll
uses
serve
it,
us
the
a
weaker she
fool to
becomes.
keep taking these
Wait.
risks. One day, they'll kill us all.
Wait, that's
if we're
highly
not
relevant
careful.
information how magic works in Song of Ice and Fire.
I guess I'm gonna click anything so he keeps talking. Someone should help
Is there
her.
some way to help her?
She is convinced her blood magic is the only way to protect the North Grove.
Okay.
That her
She
warriors are the
doesn't.
answer.
She doesn't seem to be wrong
But
at
she
this
can't
moment.
control it.
Yeah,
I worry
their
about
blood
her.
magic literally did help the
It's
North
more
Grove.
dangerous than she knows. She was right about one thing, though. The Whites are growing bolder.
Also, like,
The worst is yet to come.
we can retreat. I have a problem with the premise, right? The premise is the North Grove can never be lost, but like, who's gonna take it? All the wildlings are gone. What are we worried that the White Walkers are gonna take it? The fuck are
That
they gonna
seems-
do?
I
with
mean,
it?
they did just try. They did just attack. Maybe they do.
I guess.
Maybe they want to burn it, right? Like, if ironwood is like super useful to the fight in the long night, then the others will just burn this place to the ground.
And
Now
she
that
was
my
saying there's
father's
something
dead,
else special.
There's no
about this
reason
place.
to stay. That's why he sent you, isn't it? To bring us back to Einrath. To crush our enemies south of the wall. And avenge his death.
Your father didn't want that.
That's true. He didn't want that.
No. That's not why I'm here. Lord Gregor told me the North Grove can never be lost.
And if he were still alive, he'd tell you Ironrath can never be lost. Family's more important than this. You said yourself, House Forrester is in danger. This is our chance to do something about it.
Oh fuck! Shadow the Bear is the bear that John and that John fights in season
Where's Sylvia?
7. Says Human Shaped
Never
Dog.
trust a fucking wildling.
Hear Me Roar was the name of that chapter. They're just naming them arbitrarily.
Well, they're doing house words because the first one was Ars Fury and then our blades are sharp. But yes, they're really out of fitting names. Okay, so now we're in a black cell. So the whole like trying to get to the river was actually kind of pointless. We could have just been captured earlier. Rolling spinners, rolling spinners. There we go.
Oh God, those are human teeth.
Yo, you can get a lot of money out underneath your pillow.
Yeah, or if you aren't a fool, if you've taken any investing class, you plant them and grow tiny humans.
Rats. They're everywhere in King's Landing.
There's a good line, actually.
Yeah.
Ugh, disgusting.
At least they gave you a bucket.
Looks fresh. Looks like they didn't make it to the block.
Is that what Jenny from the block is about? Might as well. Give it a pull.
Not getting out that way.
Let's go look at the door.
Jailer, please,
Shut it!
please come here.
How strong are these bars?
Things Eminem
wonder
asks
if I can
himself when he wakes up in the
pry it
morning.
loose. I wonder what she's done.
Let's ask her.
Yeah, you can ask.
Hello? Excuse me?
What do you want?
Can you get me out of here? Because if not, I don't want to know.
Hey, no talking.
Jailer! Jailer, come over here.
Oh, don't you start again.
Why don't you come here for a moment? We can have a little chat about it.
God's woman, I said shut it. Or I will come in there, and you won't like what happens.
Well, what do you want then? Tell me! Please! I'll do anything. Just tell me!
There's so many new characters in the final episode.
Before the
and a game
day's
that's
over,
ending in
they'll
an
take
hour.
us straight to the block. So don't give me that look. You can leave the judgment to the Father, whatever gods you believe in.
I don't judge you. We've all done things we're not proud of.
These are double pin barrel hinges. All you need is a little
I
bit
have
of
a son.
leverage.
A little baby boy. I think of the smell of his skin. His tuft of brown hair. There is nothing I wouldn't do. Nothing. Just to hold him again.
Wonder if she's in jail for
That's
being
what getting out of here means to me.
Bobby B. bastard.
What would you do in my place?
And this is another fucking man. This show, because like her like character art is so well done. I love this game sometimes.
I'll never see him again.
Do anything to survive. Let's fucking
Your
do
family
it. Let's
needs
get out of here. Get the
Nothing
fuck outta
else
here.
matters. I do whatever it takes to survive. Whatever it takes.
Killer Toad makes a good point. In a choice-based game, it's cheaper to introduce new characters than to bring in characters you already interacted with. That is a very good
Please
point.
take me out of here.
Yeah.
Mira, making friends already, I see.
I'm good at that.
Be quick. We'll be coming back for her next.
For your trouble.
Oh, no, no.
Come on, you.
No. Please. Wait. No. Get off.
Shut your fucking mouth.
They'll be here for you soon. You don't have much time.
Of the glow.
What are you doing here, Morgren? Come to rub your triumph in my face.
Far from it, Lady Mira. I've come to make you an offer.
Cool.
I was thinking about what you said, and I've come to the conclusion you're right. Ludd will likely betray me the first chance he gets. And I realized I'd overlooked something of great value. Your name.
Yeah, no shit, asshole.
I want you as my wife.
Yeah, no, cool. I was ready to pitch that.
I was ready to pitch that before you threw me in jail, asshole. But
yeah, like then you unceremoniously threw me out of a car. I was ready to have that conversation.
I was about to start flirting with you when you threw me out of a vehicle and then had me arrested, which is not how I ask somebody out.
Yeah.
For the record.
Yeah.
That is safe for the third date.
I want people to throw me through a table. You fucking know that. I'm gonna stay quiet, I guess.
Yeah. That's what I would do.
This makes a lot of sense for both of us.
That's true.
I want Ironrath.
I cannot give you...
You're going to give it to me.
I can make you...
It may not be the grandest castle in Westeros, but it's a start.
It's a one-sided trade.
It is a one-sided
Actually, no, let him keep talking.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it.
2 of your brothers are already dead.
Truthful.
That idiot Ludd will take care of the rest. One way or another.
Yeah, I can't... How about this? I can't promise you Ironrath, but I can promise you either Ironrath or Whitehill.
Oh, and yeah, like, at the very least, if you want to have a chance to be in the line of inheritance, you have to marry somebody who's in the line of inheritance, and you know me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, like, dude, you got You got 400 swords. I'll be the Lady of Whitehill. You can be my Castellan, and then our kid will be the Lord of Whitehill. Let's fucking go. I am not upset about this plan in any way. And if I need to kill you 3 months from now, I don't have a problem with that either.
Yeah, your son will still be Lord of Whitehill, and he just won't know who his dad was.
Yeah.
And it won't take me long to get rid of the harebrained fool myself.
Mira.
I'm sorry, Mira. None of your family will survive.
That's the wrong word to
Iron
say.
Wrath will fall to you, and through marriage, it will become mine. A holdfast in the north can only help my ambition.
We would rule Ironrath together. Actually, promise me Lud dies. You can just betray him later, right?
Yeah, we can just stab him in the neck later, right?
Yeah, he's a nobody, right? He's just a merchant.
All this happens, I want revenge against Lud. Promise me he dies.
Let me be clear, Mira. You're in no position to make demands.
What the fuck? This
dude, you were whiffing on this gaining power thing.
Yeah, I sent you a slow fastball right over home plate, and you like threw your bat down and yelled at me.
Yeah.
It's
you could have very easily gotten me to be enthusiastically on board with this plan.
The fuck is wrong with this man? It's fitting our betrothal begins in a cell. I say it's a perfect symbol for the rest of your life. I really hope that you like the taste of hemlock.
This is your sales
You plan
pitch?
to keep me locked up.
Well, perhaps not literally. If you play your part and produce my heirs.
Why be comically evil about this?
Yeah, you can get everything you want without an unhappy marriage. We were talking about this in the car.
Yes.
The murder of a Lannister guard can't go unpunished. But I can get you out of here, Mira. One word from me, that coal boy takes your place on the block.
Tom!
All you have to do is agree to marry me. You'll give up your power. You'll give up your ancestral home. But you'll be alive.
My guy is not Littlefinger. My guy is not because Littlefinger, when Littlefinger schemed all this, the only thing he said to Sansa was, "All right, let's go."
Yep. He didn't rant and reveal his plans, and then also give a choice. He is essentially doing what Littlefinger did, except incompetently and spelling it out directly to the person who needs to not be in the loop.
Yeah, Littlefinger was not like...
If you're going to be a horrible, shitty husband to me and basically treat me as a captive, don't tell me that.
Yeah.
It's going to ruin your plan to be a horrible, shitty husband and keep me captive if I know that's what you're doing.
If you're going to execute Dantos Hollard or Tom the Coal Boy, don't tell me about it, just do it.
Yeah, yep.
My God, you're really dumb for a person who works in King's Landing. If Tom didn't want to get gone, he shouldn't have been born a coal boy.
What do you say?
Well, see, here's the thing, right? Is he made very bad plans.
Yeah.
His plan, if his plan was marry you and get you out of here, then I would have said yes. But his plan is kill Asher.
This probably ends up with you dead, though. It's tough to say.
Right, it's tough, isn't it? Because somewhat like amusingly for a choice-based game, they made a dumb character do dumb things to make this decision hard, and it is a hard decision now.
It is a hard decision exclusively because he did a bunch of stupid things that, like, a writing 101 class would tell you to never have your character say out loud.
Reddist says, "Please do it. I've never seen that ending." Which ending? And while we're waiting on that, everyone else, tell me which one. Tell me. We'll leave this one to chat. What are we doing? Are we marrying? Marrying or not marrying?
like, I was full on board for marrying until he gave that long-winded rant that I would never agree to no matter what.
Yeah.
As a human being. And I feel like it's kind of insane to accept that deal, especially with the way we've played Mira.
Yeah,
right?
like, hey, I'll get you out of here. Awesome, but I'm gonna kill your family. Oh, and an innocent child. Ooh.
And we did just say, protect your family at all costs, no matter what. It'd be hypocritical to immediately betray that.
I love a good wedding. The receptions are always fun. This is why I've been asking wed, bed, behead for all the POV characters. Marry, kill later. Marry, 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 marry. We got a bunch of marries, Zach.
His plan probably sucks.
His plan does suck, and he's also kind of incompetent.
Yeah, he did tell us the entire plan that we can now append.
I think we can get him. I think we can take him. I'm going to say I am yours. You good with that, Zach?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Good.
Redis makes a good point. Better than being dead by execution. Blue wedding for ice. Yes. Come on then. Let's go. Oh shit. This plot.
She won't get far. Not out here.
Let me go!
Sylvie!
He's my brother! I wasn't finished!
When you're finished here, come see me. There's something I must show you.
I wasn't finished.
I don't trust these people, Garrett.
Which was why I had to see Cotter. He's not well. And he won't live much longer.
I need to see him. Let's go check him out.
Is he in there?
There's a reason I wanted to talk to you. I need you to do something for me. I didn't want him to suffer anymore, Garrett. Just to ease his pain, but...
Hey,
That's when they
Ross,
found
I'm not
me.
sure if you're speculating or spoiling, but if you're spoiling, please don't.
I need you to be the one to end his suffering.
What?
It's our way, Garrett. You have to feed it to him. I'm trusting you to do this, Garrett. You're the only one who can.
Oh yeah, let's get him.
I will. You can trust me. I'll do the right thing.
Thank you, Garrett. He's in so much pain.
Michael says theory, that guy is secretly a wildling. Evidence is he is confused on the line between flirting and taking prisoners of war. Zach, thoughts?
I like this theory a lot.
There's evidence for this. He has dark hair and pale skin, strong Northmen features. Strong First Men features, rather.
And he's a trader of iron, Wrathwood, which means he's in the North a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. He thought that was so romantic.
They have a trading port right by the wall, so, like, he could, in theory, just go spend time with his wildling family from there.
Oh my god. He's confused, sir, but he's got the spirit. He's cold hands! That's a beautiful tableau. Oh my god, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Even these caves are pretty. Hey, I like your haircut. Have you done? Is that a new necklace?
I did everything within my power to help your friend. But I'm afraid it's too late. Nothing can save him now.
I kind of believe her.
Sylvie told me.
Nightshade? What are you going to do with that? You realize it's deadly.
and has no place in here.
It's between me and him.
I mean, we can do it outside.
That's between me and Cotter.
I don't know what that wildling told you, but that will kill him and taint his blood.
What is this? What is this, like, religious conflict we're having? Oh my god. I'm gonna be honest, Cotter, you look awesome.
Gareth, is that you?
It's me, Cotter. I'm here.
Where's Sylvie?
Oh, Jesus.
I want to see her. Where is she?
She wanted to be here.
Something happened to her.
She sent me here.
Yeah, she sent me.
Right, she sent me. She was just in to see you.
Don't worry, she's right outside. She sent me to help you.
I thought they took her away. Ah, you have to protect Sylvie. Ah.
I got you, bro.
Cotter. Oh, I can't bear it anymore. Oh.
He's been incredibly brave. A lesser man would have died days ago. But I suppose you already knew that about him.
Thought you could help.
I don't want to, like, dunk on them. They are trying.
Well,
right?
Yeah.
It's a brother and a sister in the middle of the woods. She did what she could. I believe.
Yeah.
Right? She said there's nothing I can do for her. I believe her. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
He has a strong will. Yeah.
Cotter's a fighter. Always has been.
You say always.
I can see that.
Promise
now
me, Garrett.
Now you can use his death to give his life meaning. This was always intended for my father. It's a sacred symbol of the power of the North Grove. Forged from iron, the handle made with ironwood from this very tree.
Okay.
In my father's absence, you speak for House Forrester. It seems only right that you should have this now. You're here for a reason, Garrett.
Fuck yeah.
It's no accident they sent you.
I'll make it fun. Yeah, but sure. I'm happy with
honored.
that.
Thank you.
It's well deserved.
Yes, Nick. These are
friend
the two of them. What are their names? It's like Jotaro Kujo and Jeremy Irons are the they are the two bastards of Lord Forrester. So they are the half siblings of Asher and Roderick and Mira and all them.
Dying. But his life is too valuable to waste.
What the fuck does that mean?
Give me his heart.
Absolutely not.
His beating heart.
Oh boy.
And his death can have meaning. We can use it for a greater purpose, Garrett. An ancient ritual to help harness the power of the North Grove.
But
we must do this, Garrett. I fear what might happen if we don't.
You're out of no, you're out of your mind. We promised we would give him a peaceful death.
Yes, but that was before we had the chance to see some real Lovecraft in this story.
but we had Garrett be like a true to his word, right? Also, they're just gonna sacrifice Sylvie if we poison him.
Oh,
Let's be real.
Damn it, fine. You're out of your fucking mind.
His beating heart. This is madness.
Madness.
Not madness. Necessity. Madness would be letting the North Grove fall.
I don't know who you are.
You saw
I met
what
you
happened
20
after the
minutes
fight.
ago.
My warriors, they're pulling away. Please, I need you to do this. For me, for the North Grove.
I'm ready. Gareth.
Please what?
Can't take it any longer.
Please say. I would love you to say.
End his suffering. Use his life to make us strong, Garrett. Give him that poison, and his blood will be useless.
You gotta give him the
Let us use his
poison.
blood to give us strength.
Now you say you gotta give him the
Out
poison.
there, you saw what's possible. That was only the beginning.
Yeah, but what you're doing is horrible and Lovecraftian.
Yeah, but it will
Form
be
the ritual,
really
and
cool.
we can prepare for the coming winter.
Sure. Really not good.
Yeah, Rougarou is correct. It's midsummer, but the summer lasts years. Chat is buzzing right now. There's 31 people in here. Chat, tell me what we're doing.
I say give him the poison.
I say take his heart out. When you find yourself in the cold north of the woman. Oh my god. Maybe stream was right and I didn't finish it. Magic. Redis says 31 people and only 17 likes. Damn, correct. Redis is correct. Take his heart. Heart reacts only. They can have a little sacrifice as a treat. In a Telltale game, doing the morally questionable thing always leads to a worse ending. That's a good point.
Yep. They're pretty predictable in that regard, for the most part.
Imagining the cult scene from the live-action Scooby-Doo movie. I want to take a sample of this audio. Oh, fuck you, we're Garrett Tuttle.
I'm sorry, but I can't do it. Cotter's my friend. I wouldn't be here if not for him. And I have to respect what Sylvie asked me to do.
Then so be it.
I'm pretty sure poison is a worse way to die.
Depends on the poison and depends on how it's administered. If we're feeding him the root, that's not as bad. Also, it's a nightshade, so he's gonna be tripping balls as he dies.
That's not good. Which one?
People who
oh.
Fulgorn Weisenair. We must burn the body.
This place is extremely fucking cool.
Yeah.
In the name of the king, I hereby sentence you to death.
Who was that? Did we know him? Tom!
Get over there!
Oh, that was Andros.
This boy has been charged with murdering a loyal servant of the king. Who here bears witness to his crimes?
My betrothed can speak to them.
Is this true, my lady?
This
Say
feels
he's innocent and then run away, right? That's the play, right?
This feels very
My
shitty.
lady! Then in the name of the king, I sentence you to die.
Oh.
Lady Mira, please! Please, this isn't right!
Oh. Oh no!
Help me!
Oh God!
Come along, Mira. I have a busy day ahead.
He didn't need to take you to see this execution.
Oh, drink. Tom died.
I mean, yeah, true.
A fine point. My ancestors are smiling on me, Imperial.
Can yours say the same?
Yeah.
Your fighters are in place, my lord. Once they're all seated at the table, give the signal to strike.
Remember, no matter how much they might provoke you, we must let them think they've won. That's them. Here we go.
Gwyn.
Clever. Send the girl first. Don't let her play with your head, little brother.
Lady Forrester. My apologies for arriving unannounced.
Who the fuck is her voice actor?
I was hoping I might have a word in private with Asher.
I know her. Who is she?
Or chat can do it.
I know her. Who is that? Is that Laura Bailey?
I think we can agree these are not ideal
Hey!
circumstances.
I knew a person.
But these are the circumstances we find ourselves in. I know how you must feel, Asher. What your family has suffered, it's unimaginable. Which is why the bloodshed must stop.
I agreed to your father's terms, didn't I?
You did. But I know you, Asher.
Fuck
You're
you.
not
You
the
haven't
one to
seen me in
roll
10
over
years.
so easily. You don't like being pushed into a corner. It's not in your nature.
You know me well. Yeah.
It would be a lie if I said otherwise.
I appreciate your honesty. I'll need that from you if this is to work. You have to understand. I've risked everything to bring peace between our houses.
You haven't lost any family members.
To meet with Roderick in secret. To tell him of the traitor within these very walls. To make sure no harm came to Ryan as our ward. All while persuading my father that bloodshed would end if we were to wed. I have no ulterior motive. No hidden agenda. Just peace.
I trust your intentions, but
yeah,
your father worries me.
Once and for all,
I trust you, Gwyn.
I know you've lost a lot, and I'm sorry, but things will get better. Truth be told, my father's scared of you.
Is he?
With Roderick, he knew who and what he was dealing with. But you, he thinks you're dangerous. You proved as much when you attacked his men.
They came after us.
I know. And that's all in the past now, I promise. We can make this work, Asher. This is our one chance. Together we can control the future of our houses. Just promise me, when my father and brother walk through that door, nothing will happen that could threaten that future. Our future. I need your assurance.
Guessed right don't mean so much as they used to.
Your family is a threat, not me. Be honest with her. Like, there's nothing she can do to stop it now, right?
I kind of want a straight lie.
Asher, we
Nothing
haven't
will
really played
happen.
him deceptive,
It's
have
them
we?
I'm more worried about. They're more likely to do something than I am.
I won't let that happen.
Begging your pardon, my lord. I'm afraid Lady Forrester requires your help.
Of course.
I should go.
Yeah, you probably should.
What help does my mother need?
Sorry, my lord. It was the best I could think of. But we have everything in place. How should we proceed?
Oh, ambush is still on.
Oh, ambush!
Fuck.
We haven't
Ready to
rescheduled the ambush.
Of course, my lord.
It may be wise to be in the restroom 9 minutes from now.
You won't believe what happened when I was taking just this unnecessarily excruciating dump. It turns out your father just decided to attack a bunch of guards, and they, in self-defense, stabbed him 800 times.
I'm sorry. It's
Must
come
have
to
stabbed him
this,
50
but at
fucking
least it's
times.
done.
Where's my son?
It's self-defense, of course.
Right to it then.
Mother!
Oh, my baby. Oh, my
Hello, my baby. Hello, my baby.
Lauren,
No,
have him
what?
back
God
when
damn
we've
it!
hammered out the details of your surrender.
See, now the thing is,
Lord White.
like, you had the kid, and that was definitely the time to
Asher.
stab him.
Now, who
Yeah.
ever have imagined this? You welcoming me into your hall to drink your wine and call me father. I thought I'd seen the last of you.
Let's
when
get this over
Gregor
with.
shipped you off to the other side of the bloody world.
Let's get on with this.
What's the hurry? We'll be spending the rest of our lives together. As family.
You're really gunning
You're
for the
not my
asshole of the
family,
year
Lord.
award, huh?
You'll never be mine. If I wasn't so bloody
Do you like the
soft
Reigns
now-
of Castamere,
Father,
chance?
please. I know this isn't easy, but it's right.
Would you like to sit down, Lord Whitehill?
Aye. And get us something to eat. I'm bloody starving.
I got a poisoning next Tuesday. How about the weekend?
We thought you'd like to sit here, Lord Whitehill.
I'll sit there. Thank you very much. In the Lord's chair. It's not
Our hall's
like your
yours.
father wanted.
Oh, no, he's not going to buy it.
What do you mean?
We want him to sit in that chair, right?
No, just be gracious to him. You were already tough with him earlier, right?
It's just
You really think he's going to catch on? He's an idiot.
He
By
is-
all accounts.
He is kind of stupid. We want him to sit in this chair here, right?
Yes.
So if we're like, oh no, please, I insist, take my chair, he's not going to take our chair.
Okay, does what chair he sits in really matter when your plan is to shoot him with an arrow? Like, if my plan is to gun somebody down, I'm not going to be like, oh, they weren't sitting on the couch I thought they were going to be sitting on.
You're worthless.
This is a good point.
Isn't it?
Our hall is yours, Lord Whitehill. Make yourself comfortable.
You're damn right it's my bloody hole. But you're too ready to give it over.
Guys, what the fuck did I say?
Licking my ass.
What did I say?
Your false
What did I
smile
just
don't
say?
fool me, Forrester.
I called this shit.
Calm down, Father. Asher's just showing you the respect you deserve.
About to show him the respect that my foot in his ass deserves.
Rather odd that Talia's not here, isn't it? And your banner men look a little tense.
Can't imagine why.
What are you playing at, Forrester?
Fuck you.
Something's not right. I can feel it.
You just
You're
know.
paranoid, Lord. It's just your imagination.
I know what I see.
Let's rile him up a little bit.
Don't play games with me, Forrester. See, that's the trouble with you, Forresters. No manners. At least Roderick.
What? Do we have time?
I think we have to time it well. Let him rant.
Had enough decency to carry a proper conversation. Maybe I should have kept him alive after all.
Yeah, maybe you should have.
You probably should have.
Father, please.
You had the chance at a
Perhaps
second
we
hostage.
should have more wine.
I've had enough fucking wine.
Oh my god!
They betrayed us.
I didn't do that! This guy who is the designated child murderer.
You always got to have a guy, right?
Goodbye! Eat! Yes! Oh! Nice! Nice!
Don't let him escape.
Down! Get him! Oh!
Yeah!
There was something I wanted to axe you. Wait, no, I fucking used that one.
I see you're trying to make a quick exit.
I don't know if the hill you're gonna be going to is gonna be white. But you're gonna get there in about 10 minutes.
So this is the hill you're going to die on.
Yeah! Oh! Oh no! Oh no!
Nice.
Run at
For my
words.
brothers. For my brothers.
Oh, come on!
Run out of words.
I did it! I did it! I did it!
That must be a first.
Usually, Oh my god, you fucking asshole!
It could have been so different, but you destroyed everything.
You have carte blanche to stab someone when they stab you first.
If Asher dies too, fuck this.
Oh no, Griff. It looks like you're over the hill.
Oh no, I murdered your brother, who is complicit in the murder of 2 of my brothers.
Kill the fucking foresters! Take down the gate!
We can't fight that many!
This went very poorly.
If they breach the gate, we're done for! We can't fight the entire Whitehill army!
My lord, your wound. Get them to safety. Of course.
I won't abandon you.
No, my kidney.
Mother.
We should probably get started. Stab! Oh!
Asher!
ACG says George Martin is rolling in his grave right now.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
My lord.
Shit,
your
fuck.
command.
Shit, fuck. I mean, defend the gate.
Defend the gate. The small folk are dead either way.
We have to retake the gate! Watch out, those bastards!
My god. What a dodge. Oh! Oh!
This is the war you promised, Mr. Rossi.
It's not over yet!
Asher!
Nice. We got better shields than them. They have +3 defense. There's only 7 of us, but that's okay. Up! Nice! Goodbye! I know how to do this. Parry and thrust! Nice! So we're still doing dinner, right? How did you have time to light those? Here? Nice! This is very Battle of Winterfell, and I do mean that in the best way.
Yeah.
Good idea, Westerosi. Let's give those fuckers a welcome to remember.
My name's John! Go! Do we have barrels of gunpowder? Is that what this is? Oh, it's just a cart. Yes! He's off his horse! Ooh.
Asher Forrester. You've come a long way to die.
Come on.
Whoop.
Give us the final boss fight we want. It's gonna be so unsatisfying if we don't get a chance to kill one.
Yep. Bam! I've wanted to kill this guy for so long. I don't know his name, all I know is that he's threatening.
Let's see you live up to your reputation.
You got it, bro. Boom!
Rally to your lord!
Ah! Oh no! Ah! I thought those horns were just for show. Oh, no! Oh no! Q! Oh god, I'm clicking! I'm doing it! I'm clicking! I'm clicking as hard as I can! Yeah! Come on! Oh, you motherfucker! Oh! Ghetto! Oh, I'm gonna fucking...
How many blows to the neck can this man take before he loses all motor function? It usually takes one.
Oh my god. Oh.
Jesus, welcome to Quentin Tarantino's fucking Game of Thrones.
Oh my god. We fucking got killed by the... Oh! We got killed by the worst Cargill twin. Human-shaped dog says there's some serious deforestation going on right now.
Yes.
Oh. Oh! Oh! Oh no!
I'm so glad our choices mattered.
My lord, we have to get you.
Oh!
Arrows, ready!
Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Not my good side.
What the fuck?
My lord, we have to get you out of here!
How are you alive?
I'll be damned if I let another lord die on my watch.
I can't run.
Dude, he's not making another 40 minutes. Why bother to put him on a horse?
God.
For the house. For all of us that fought this day.
Duncan Ex Machina. I got stabbed through the large intestine.
Yeah, your guts should be on the floor.
I'm dead. My lord, we need you to get to season 2. Huh.
Yeah, the fire should be blue. They built their house from firewood. You're right, Reddist. It absolutely should be.
Zach, that was a really good ending right up until Duncan Ex Machina.
I actually still have complaints with it. This game's ending is way too much of a downer. Like, I get that it's a Song of Ice and Fire, right? There are some downer moments, but this one feels a little unearned, right? Like, they really don't set up your mom going into battle and getting stabbed in the way that they set up Catelyn Stark being in the wrong place at the wrong time because Robb made a ton of bad decisions, right? Like, every tragedy I can point to in the books, and even the first few seasons of the show, I can say, and here's every last, thing pointing to how exactly that would happen. Like, you could, forensically go in and point out every mistake Robb Stark turns to the camera and makes, leading to the Red Wedding, right? You getting stabbed by Gwen Whitehill, right? Comes out of fucking nowhere. We have no like indication that she has the propensity to do that. We know she wants peace, but like she should have said, like, you don't want to betray me.
She did see us kill Griff.
Sure. In that exchange, she should have said, I want peace, but I know, I will fight you to the death if it's war. Like, it shouldn't have been a surprise that was her reaction. Same with your mother dying. Like, she should have said, I'd rather die than watch you go out, or something like that, directly to your face. Like, I know it might seem a little obvious, but this is the stuff George does all the time. It seems obvious in retrospect, but not when you're reading through it the first time. And that's what makes his writing so magical. And I don't know, I feel like that's been missing of this last little run here. Also, the pacing's very bad.
Let me. So just to dissect the last scene. All of the problems that you are describing are problems. They really are. There are motivation issues, and there are character continuity issues that are very present in this game. And I think that it is reasonable to compare them to season 6 of Game of Thrones, right?
This has 6 or 7 vibes for me. Yeah. Look, I'll say.
Hang on. Let me finish drilling down into this, because I'm about to like lay into this shit. The trouble is that Asher surviving that is like this is the problem with the episode The Long Night. The problem is that characters have fucking plot armor. When a character is placed in a position where they are going to die because of decisions that they have made, and they don't die, it no longer feels like a realistic narrative. And I was fully fucking on board with it right up until then.
And also, like, your mom coming back to try and save you after she was ordered away. Like, did she overpower the guards? Like, come on. Like, it reeks of, like, oh, you didn't expect that, and that, like, is the twist, and then he actually lives. It's cheap writing, in my opinion. And, yeah, if that fight was the consequences of Asher's actions, which we guided all the way through. And absolutely, like, now, granted, I'm sure chat's going to say the fight breaks out no matter what. But, like, 100%, that's on how we played the character, and I'm fine with that. If he goes out in a blaze of glory because that's all Asher knows, that's still more satisfying than what we got.
Yeah, if Asher had died in a mirror to his brother, I could take that as like as a George Martin-y kind of nihilism, right? Where no matter what you do, you are always fucked if you're the underdog.
And if you're negotiating with people who will gladly kill you the second it's inconvenient to them to keep you alive, yeah, there's some George R. R. Martin nihilism there, but that's not what they set up either. They set up that you have a fighting chance if you can just get there. Like, if this is going to be bleak, well, that's the other thing, right? If it's a Telltale game, if it's a game where your choices matter, it shouldn't be so goddamn bleak. Like, you wouldn't make Telltale's like the Metamorphosis, right? Gregor Samsa wakes up as a cockroach. His family will remember that.
Honestly, I think a Telltale game where like the dissection of the game is none of your choices mattered, and the feeling of hopelessness you get at the end of the game is intentional, is like, well, once again, very, very George Martin-y and not very much fun, but an interesting piece of literature, and they sure didn't do that.
They didn't do that. Like, they could have done that. It would be interesting. I don't know if it would be fun or enjoyable, or if people would like it, but I commend them for trying.
Yeah.
But if you're going to have this downer of an ending and then just throw the character on a horse to make it not so bad. Even though, in my opinion, that just makes it worse because he now has to slowly die, realizing he just secured the defeat of his family and slaughter of everybody he cares about. Pick one, right? Like, Asher dying in that battle is bleak, but I could at least, like, live with it.
Yeah, it is at least in-universe consistent. Like, Lud Whitehill rode past him. Like, they didn't have any guards securing the gate. A horse can just fucking ride out? What's wrong with you? Duncan fucking comes out of nowhere.
You told your plans to Gwen right before the fight.
We did tell her, that we weren't gonna guarantee their protection.
Ross, thank you very much for the donation. As we continue to complain about this game. It was just, like, not very good. Also, the text-to-speech should be working, and I don't know why it didn't. Hang on. Let me see if I can fix it.
That's curious.
Zach, riff for a minute while I fix the text-to-speech.
Sure.
Zach is not riffing, so I will riff for a minute while I switch the text to speech. What do we use? Stream elements. I don't know why the text to speech like really tries not to work for me.
I don't know either.
Oh, Chables and Kill. It did work. The text to speech did work. Nice. Now turns to camera 2. This means that everyone in chat needs to be responsible if they send in text-to-speeches. I really like you guys, but I will ban you if you send in bad things.
I'm pretty sure YouTube auto censors what can be super chatted.
Yes. But you can get some concepts in there that will dodge YouTube's DOS.
Yes.
I think it'll ask me to approve it if there's like swear words in it. Well,
Ellie is still alive, yes, by the way. For Nick Grimes was asking. That's correct.
Zach,
Tom, why don't you pause rant with chat a little bit? This is a good opportunity for you to take a bathroom break. I have a lot more to say, but I need to run.
I get the feeling that we're... Oh, you want to step to the restroom?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yes, my problem here is that my biggest problem with the last season or 2 of Game of Thrones is that it felt like it did not have consequences anymore. Right, like the battle at Winterfell with great power comes great abuse of power. The trouble is that it
great
doesn't
power comes great abuse of power.
So a lot of people when stop distracting me. A lot of people when they criticize this game criticize it as a choice-based game. But so far, I have played through it only once. So I don't know that there is hidden railroading behind the decisions. And to be honest, there sort of has to be. Because if there wasn't, thank you, Ross, thank you, Chables. This is extremely kind. Yeah! Yeah! I love text-to-speech. But taking it as a linear narrative, the characters' decisions in universe should lead to them experiencing the consequences of those actions. They decided, we, through them, decided to fight a battle against a much greater force. And that battle went sideways. And everyone that we cared about died. Except for us, because the eagles from Lord of the Rings swooped in and grabbed us. It feels deeply unsatisfying.
Tom, you ever play XCOM?
I have not.
XCOM, like, when your soldiers die, they're dead. Similar thing, Fire Emblem does this too. And they're named. They are people, often. You get to name your own in XCOM. They have, like, their own unique portraits in Fire Emblem. These are much less, like, I would say, okay, Fire Emblem gets more and more story-focused the more games they make. But, like, this is a story game. This is a game where the story is the game. The gameplay elements are strictly there to serve the story and nothing else. It is about as much story as you can get before you're in, like, visual novel territory. Yeah. And I enjoy visual novels, as you all know.
Like, honestly, it is really not that different from a visual novel format.
Yeah, but they have the ability to, like, add in some QuickTime events, which can be done well. There are some scenes I very much like the QuickTime events in here. They show that they're, like, actually worthwhile as a tool. And it's satisfying sometimes to feel the control of a, player swing. You as the player swinging a sword as a character to kill somebody. There's a nice, like, feeling to it. But every time, like, somebody gets wiped out in XCOM, or I lose a soldier in a Fire Emblem game, or I lose a companion in a hardcore run of Fallout, I feel that sting that I just didn't feel this time around. I feel robbed of a more personal sting that could have happened.
If I had quill and paper and a jar of
We have
text
people
to speak,
sending in text-to-speak donations, and I'm going insane.
I need you to notice that the beach
Are these
is
all
moving
coming through? Hang on
still.
one second.
The background is still moving, yes.
Yeah! For some reason, we can't hear it on
Happiness
our
is so
end, but
hard
it
to
is
find.
audible on stream. It's working. I'm glad that it's working. I'll figure out how to make it work consistently next time. Oh my god, this is so funny. If I had a
it feels like the White Hills would have won no matter what option you picked. Yeah, basically. And if you're gonna write, like, a downer one way or the other, there's a way to do that, but that's not what they wrote. They made you feel like you had a fighting chance all the way through. And if you want to have a game where failure is the only option, we
didn't get a failure. We got a 3/4 failure.
Yeah,
which feels like gross, right?
Yes. Also, Tom, have you played any of the Metal Gear Solid games?
I haven't.
They're perfect in, like, making you feel the exact, like, amount of, like, pain and suffering and helplessness. There's a great scene near the end of the fourth one when you're old Snake and you're, like, literally aging so fast that you're dying rapidly, and you go down this, like, long hallway painfully slowly. And I haven't played I forget what it's called, Phantom Pain, or yeah.
That's the first Star Wars movie.
Yes, that's the first Star Wars one. You wake up in a hospital and have to crawl your way out to show, like, how long you've been out of it. And you feel like the character in that moment. There was a moment when you were down on the ground before, like, when you were getting your face pushed into fire before your mother came to throw her life away for no reason. And I'm like, you know what? If you can't stop being pushed into the fire and that's how you go out, that's fine. Everything after that moment for me doesn't work.
Right. But if you can't stop if you can't stop being pushed into fire, and then someone completely outside of your control comes and grabs you and saves you, man, does that feel unearned.
Twice. Your mom comes to save you and die in a way that you have no outcome on. You can't save her. You can't choose between yourself or her. You literally told her, don't do this, and there was no setup for her saying, I'm not going to stand back. It's pure, like, ooh, plot twist. And then immediately afterwards, Duncan sacrifices himself for you, so he can throw you on a horse so you can just barely make it out. It's so unsatisfying.
I don't think that I would have... I would still have a problem with it, but it would be kind of academic. I don't think that I would have a huge problem with them coming out of the woodworks, sacrificing themselves to save you if you had died. Because then the best effort, the best that they could possibly put forth was not enough to save you. And it's fine for me that their best is unreasonably high in that moment. Unreasonably high was still not a success.
Yeah, like everybody comes to try and save you specifically, and it's all wasted. That's dark, but that's more like the Telltale's metamorphosis than it is just a cop out. And yes, we're also saying the hurt I feel is them having branching narratives and needing to come back making points, making contradictions. Yes, but they've done it well in other games. Like, you still pretty much end up in the same spot at the end of the second The Walking Dead game. But that's my favorite Telltale game ending outside of maybe The Wolf Among Us. In The Wolf Among Us, I felt like every choice I made impacted the narrative in a meaningful way. Certain characters live or die based on your choices, the way they look, the way they act, whether somebody still has an arm or not, are all impacted through the end of the game by decisions you make all the way through. It's really good in that regard. And also, I felt like, the way people felt about me, Bigby Wolf, the main character, changed based on my actions. Does Snow White think I'm a sweet and gentle guy at the end, or did she watch me rip a guy's head off and she's kind of afraid of me? Spoilers. That's interesting. And the Walking Dead, the second Walking Dead game, you have a widely different set of outcomes, and you all follow roughly the same path, but the narrative's very different, and you get to choose, at the end of the conflict, a very important who lives who dies sort of ordeal. I understand they undo that in the third game. I've never actually played it, but that's neat to me to have, at the very least, your ending be fitting to the decisions you made to some extent, and for you to paint your own narrative all the way through. Because the funny thing is about the last one, you could make a decision at the very end that betrays the narrative you had all the way through, because you're choosing to pick a side between two characters who've been highly influential on your character. But both of them have been kind of shitty people, and it could be you wising up to somebody's shit, or it could be you accepting the person you went along with who has this bitter, dark vision of the post-apocalyptic world they live in.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I like that a lot as a narrative device. This game sort of betrays that as a narrative device.
I have a very interesting take in chat. Ross says, isn't that like Summer saving John at Queen's Crown? I love this, and I have a take on this. You are correct. That sure does seem ludicrously unlikely. That is Deus Ex Machina. In fact, that is almost definitionally Deus Ex Machina. My reaction, that is something that doesn't make sense. It is wildly unlikely that they would meet there. However, in the books, that leads you to wonder if that is unreasonable, right? If there is some other force at work causing these unlikely things to coincide. And in Bran's case, there very well might be. That's a piece of evidence that people sometimes use for Bran being weird, right? There's something already strange with Bran, between Bran and Jojen, and Bran and Jon, and Bran and maybe future Bran or whatever higher power there is. There's something weird going on even already now. Yes, Forge is correct. Time traveling Bran. Oh, and Pod axing Tyrion on the Blackwater is also kind of Deus Ex Machina. That's a good point, but Pod was fighting alongside him, and
they also set up that he wants to be the best squire he can. You can argue that somebody coming to save you out of nowhere is not super plausible, but at least it was set up.
And honestly,
we get a lot of Tyrion and Pod, him saying you get to be my squire, but I'm not a brave knight, right? The fact that he's the squire to a guy who mostly sits around, drinks, and schemes is kind of the point. And we get plenty of that before, in the show and in the book, before we get to the actual battle, where it's a nice, twist, right? He was not, taught to be this, brave squire by Tyrion, but he rises to the moment. That's at least satisfying narrative-wise.
Yeah, he embodies the bloodline of Robert Baratheon.
Yes.
Zach, do you want to
Exactly.
continue this god-awful nonsense?
I do want to continue this game.
All right, let's get out of here. I have no idea who you are.
You did the right thing.
I did what I had to do.
I like how he's fucking like
She was your friend.
concerned about his sister's blood magic.
Oh, we about to start a time-traveling brand debate in the chat. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I just want to miss the pyre like Edmure Tully. This is kind of sad. Yes, F in chat for Cotter, please. Can I get some F's
Your
and some
arrival
fire
has
emojis?
changed everything. Even though we've been preparing for it all our lives. Now we don't have much time. We were sent here for a reason. To protect the North Grove. Winter is coming. And we have a role to play in the war to come.
Our father never would have wanted us to stand by and see House Forrester fall. Not while we can still do something about it.
It's too late to reach Ironrath. It may already be lost.
Gregor trusted you for a reason. You know defending House Forrester is the right thing to do.
You're the one they sent, Garrett. You should be the one to decide.
We were told the North Grove can't be lost, right? They're supposed to stay here.
And Ironrath is pretty dead. Also, I don't know how we would get past the wall.
Yeah, because you're wildlings and a deserter now.
I mean, I guess we could, like, we would have to get real lucky and, like, tag on with John's troop coming back. We stay.
I will respect Lord Gregor's dying words. The North Grove will never be lost while we breathe. We will defend it.
Did you see that? That said Wally breath. Oh, music. Hang on. Settings. You know what? Zach, I kind of feel like fuck it.
Fuck it, yeah, this is the last one.
Everybody do some bada-da-da-das so that YouTube has a harder time recognizing it, please. Yeah, let's get a little bit of, just get a little bit of a little bit of sound in the background so that it becomes a little bit more like obscured. So what are we doing, Garrett? I mean, this is a really cool place to end a season.
We have a lot of questions left of it, too.
Oh my god, hell yeah. That bear did not make any noise, which makes me assume that it yawned.
Yeah. It's a sleepy bear.
Yeah. So who gave us this? Talia gave us this. Not that it matters all that terribly much. Okay.
Forrester. They were nothing but Stark loyalists. And the Starks are dead. Are you listening, Reek? Father wanted to make sure they bend the knee. And what do I find? A child lord. Ethan the Wise. With some parasite by his side. As if I'd come to negotiate. And I thought, oh, this is going to be fun.
Is this like...
Mira was so devoted when we first came to King's Landing.
What is this?
Grandmother, that day Cersei dragged her before the throne. She claimed loyalty
My God,
to me,
this is
right
like
in front of her.
Look,
this is like
you are not Fallout New Vegas. You can't do a Fallout New Vegas style ending.
Who does those videos that are like the Lord of the Rings from like the Witch King's perspective? What the
I don't know who does those.
Who does those videos?
I've seen some for other things.
And then, after that whole business with Tyrion, I thought she knew how to stay loyal when it mattered. But then, that letter she found
Jesse, in Deep Geek, it's in Deep Geek.
Find out.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was bold, I'll give her that.
I had a stray
But I
thought
can't
that could be a
forgive that she
fun,
used
like,
me.
extreme nerdy Jeopardy
And now,
category
with all
later.
that's happened,
But I only
the
have
gods
one,
know what Mira
and
was
I'm not
doing
sure if it
behind
just
my
works
back.
better as a joke.
Grandmother, it makes me question if she was ever loyal to me at all.
Should I save it for a category someday, or should I make the joke now?
I trust you. I trust your position.
You trust my position, but
I try. I'm sorry. I trust your decision. My brain isn't working.
I'll make the joke now.
Yeah.
In the Cars universe, The Big Lebowski is a surrealist horror film.
That's just like your opinion, man.
That's just like your opinion, man. My favorite movie of all time, The Big Lebowski. His car, it gets stolen, it gets defecated in, it gets taken again, it gets its windshield destroyed, and then slowly at the end, it gets crashed into a wall at a certain point. Like a bunch of horrible things happen to it. And then at the end, it is literally burned by nihilists. It is consumed in a flame of nihilism. So in the Cars universe, The Big Lebowski is a absurd, surreal, Kafka-esque nightmare in which the car has no control over its own destiny, cannot even control who is in control of it, as different people possess it, including a child who by no means should be able to drive it until it is slowly destroyed. That's my new narrative I discovered in The Big Lebowski.
I think that's a fun Jeopardy category, like from the Cars perspective.
Or like in this universe, this movie is a horror movie about blank, or like a romance story about blank.
Sure. I like that. That's fun. This game
I thought
sucks.
I could trust in him, Sam, but I was wrong.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
he gave me his word that he'd stay true to
they
the
had very
vows
little
he
room
made
to
in
stick the
Godswood.
landing, and
Before
instead
a day
they
was
like
out, a brother
crashed the
was
plane into
dead
an
atop the
orphanage.
wall.
Yeah, this is okay. So he says, yet before a day was out, a brother was dead atop the wall. Garrett was at the wall for a day?
That means that all the other things that were happening concurrently happened in a day. That means that body got back. Wait. We killed him in the same time that Roderick got back from the twins? How fast were those horses on that cart?
So we got to the wall.
Was the horse like fucking Tokyo drifting its way up the King's Road?
We got to the wall, got our assignment, said our prayer in front of the Godswood, and killed this man, got locked up, and fled all in the same evening?
Yes, Killer
Jesus.
Toad, there's going to be a slide about the powder gangers and how we wiped them out.
I needed his sword at Craster's. I defended him to Frostfinger, and it cost me. Whatever happened up
What did it
there,
cost you? We
a
never
man
see
of the watch
Frostfinger
doesn't
again.
run away.
Everything.
Who should return then? But another Lord Forrester. Roderick. He was quite the bold one, Reek. He killed the man who
This is
betrayed
nothing.
him. And ruining Griff's little humiliation by climbing out of the mud again and again and again. I was rather starting to like him. A shame he didn't last longer. The savior who couldn't save anyone.
There was something about Asher Forrester.
See, that's an interesting line. The savior who couldn't save anyone. If that was what we were doing, right? If the end of the game was always Asher and Roderick both die, I would call this a satisfying, if not enjoyable, ending.
It would have been season 6 the whole way through instead of feeling like we got some 7 and 8 in the end.
Yeah, how did we tank to season 8 right at the end?
You would have liked
Yeah,
him,
well,
so-
I mean, season 8 also tanked to season 8 right
He
at the end.
was cocky,
Yeah, that's true.
surely,
But you know
he
what?
wasn't uncharming.
Much like season 7, we could see them wasting their time and making
Asher
worse
needed my
decisions that would lead to
I
an
needed to know
uncomfortable
if he
ending.
deserved it, so...
Like 2 episodes ago, right? 2 episodes ago, we started realizing, oh, they don't have enough time to fucking thread the needle on this. They don't have close to enough time. You're telling me this is ending in 2 episodes? Fucking Asher's not even back yet.
Tested him. But I was disappointed. He seemed a man who cared of nothing more than the moment.
This is just
But
not
afterwards,
correct.
His uncle told me the truth.
Oh, right.
That
He's
Asher had
alive.
been protecting his friend, a former slave.
You didn't ask!
He gave up all he came here for to protect her secret. He earned my respect in the end.
Look at this grin on Drogon's face. I love it.
Not my help.
Drogon just hit a fucking hardcore blunt.
Loyalty.
Yeah, yeah. When the Molly
animals just kicked in.
when the
them,
Molly
we have
hits when you're in a council
nothing.
meeting.
I think, in the end, Mira came to understand that, Grandmother. She could so easily have turned on Sarah to protect herself. But instead, what she did, it took grace. If you're fierce enough, you leave King's Landing with your honor intact. Mira has proven that. But at what cost?
I could have told you this story wasn't going to have a happy ending.
He said it. He said the thing.
Roderick dead, his mother dead, his little pile of timber in ruins. I just wish I'd been there to see it.
That Bolton bastard let their upstart houses go to war, Father. I know these Foresters. If they had any sense, they'd know when to bend the knee and live to see another day. They fought hard, I'll give them that, but they were reckless. Shrewd when they should have been bold. Impetuous to the last. When will these Northerners ever learn? The Starks are dead. The war is over. And they lost.
That's the only 5 things we did.
Maybe there's more. Maybe it's just taking a long break. Yep, those are the only 5 things you did.
I mean, this is a beautiful like look at this like watercolor on papyrus.
Yeah.
What? Do we have a post-credit scene?
Oh, we get to see what happens to Roderick, if anything.
What, if anything, a butt onion is?
Or Asher, rather. I guess this would have happened to Roderick if we picked him.
It's not an asher. In the U.S., we call it an ashtray.
That's true. What time is it? I'll have to check my small Ben.
Fuck you. What? What?
We haven't
What?
much time.
What?
Duncan
What?
also?
Duncan? Oh my god. Sir Duncan the Medium. See, now this tracks for me.
This is a better, this is
Right.
a better post-credits. Like, okay, Beska made it out, and she has Ryan.
Yeah, of course she made it out. Beska is impervious to lightsabers. And that's the last joke of the game! Yeah! Yeah!
That was, they did not thread the needle. They barely got most of the plot threads together.
Oh my god, man.
They ended on multiple cliffhangers that won't get paid off. And our choices didn't matter, and it left a bitter taste in our mouth. That couldn't have been... I'm not going to say it couldn't have been a worse ending, but, like, man, they sure knocked a whole star off of this game.
Yeah, it took it from a 3.5 to a 2.25. You know,
This game is not. I would say this game moved from being, I don't understand why people don't talk about this one more. To, I understand why people don't talk about this one.
God.
Like, it went from, it's kind of a mess, but there's a salvageable story in there, too. There was a salvageable story in there before they smothered it in the very last moment.
Man, all they had to do was have the guts to kill Asher.
Or, yeah, make a more definitive ending, or actually make it so your choices matter a little bit, or properly set up that this is going to be a much longer story, right?
Okay, so
like if this is going to be something that has like 5 games, don't blow your load killing off most of the characters in what is ostensibly the first book, or if we're going by book lengths of George R. R. Martin, the first half of the first book. You know how many Starks are still alive at the end of a Game of Thrones? Most of them. You lose Ned. Ned dies in the end of Game of Thrones, right? And it's a great ending.
You railroaded me. You railroaded me onto, and I am a game designer, right? Ostensibly, right? I write D&D, and I write books, and I write puzzles. I love this. And railroading people and giving them the illusion of choice is an important part of that. It's important.
Tom.
Oh, yes.
So here's something you're gonna love. I had a request by somebody, a friend of mine who played my board game, to make a revamped version of it and host it at a party, which is great. I'm so happy about that. But you're right. Like every game.
Zach,
like,
hold on. Yeah. That's excellent news, but you told it to me mid-rant.
Well, I was gonna join. I was gonna join the rant.
No, like, I gotta get. I'm building up a head of steam here. Give me.
The one thing I wanted to say was, that game is incredibly flawed and needs some fixing, but the core mechanic of it is fun, and it keeps you going, and you can look past the flaws when you're having fun. Sorry, continue.
I don't know. My train of thought angrily burned up in blue fire. Right? You and I both make games. I'm not going to say for a living, but we do. We are very passionate about it, and giving people the illusion of choice is important. It's important so that you don't go fucking insane creating infinitely branching trees. It's important to railroad people. It's you don't like feeling like you're railroaded, but feeling like you're railroaded and not being railroaded. Wait, feeling like you're railroaded and being railroaded are not the same thing. You can be railroaded and not feel like it. And I was totally okay. I really didn't feel railroaded most of this time, right up until the end. Because right at the end, it became clear they were railroading me toward an uninteresting story.
Yeah.
You're railroading me to a boring ending.
You got the worst of all worlds, right? Like, if you're gonna have this be the downer ending, commit to it. And if it's the ending, you can make your choices matter, right? Like, you don't need, or at least to some extent, you can make your choices matter if it's ending. Because at a certain point, if there's no more story, you might as well give people some agency to screw things up at the end. I do this in all my D&D campaigns, right? It's getting near the end of what I have in the tank. If they want to go a little bit of a different direction, it's not going to blow up my plans because I have no plans left. Yeah, that's fine. You get, at a certain point when you're railroaded, you get off to the final destination, and there you have a lot of leeway, usually. And here we are. Ostensibly, they planned on another one. They planned on more than just another one, presumably, which they didn't end up making. And you get railroaded. You get railroaded to something that's not interesting. You get railroaded in a way that makes less sense. You do things that don't fit with the choices you made, so it doesn't feel like the ending you got thematically appropriate. It just feels like things happening because it's like, oh, twist, or oh, you didn't expect that, or oh, it's tragic. People die in A Song of Ice and Fire. And people talk about George R. R. Martin killing people all the time, right? But none of them feel unearned to me, right? There are very few unearned deaths in A Song of Ice and Fire.
I
outside
agree,
of
I agree
Mother,
wholeheartedly.
like you're killing off major characters in the story, and it feels arbitrary half the time. Hell, the person who was betraying you wasn't really set up enough. The reason was he was upset that he didn't get to be Sentinel. Give it run deeper than that. Like he gives like an excuse of like how you're chipping away, you're not strong enough of a leader. Like fucking commit to somebody being a rogue agent from the beginning and fucking make the decisions you make affect things in another way. It all every like big moment, big character death, big reveal in this, especially in the back half, feels cheap. And that's the worst thing the big moments of your story can feel. Is like, well, this has to happen, so it's going to happen.
Choices will matter.
This is why I love A Song of Ice and Fire. This is why this is the book series I can talk endlessly about. Nothing ever feels cheap in A Song of Ice and Fire. George R. R. Martin never cheaped out. This is why we don't have the last 2 books yet, right? He could rush them. He could cheap out and just say, and then this happened. But George R. R. Martin earns every moment. And that makes it harder to write and very much harder to end. But God, I would rather have, like, you know, a long time to wait for a satisfying book than for the series to wet the bed like the show did and the game did. Because it leaves such a sour taste in your mouth. When, like, I like a lot of these characters. Roderick and Asher, when you get to play them, you can make them pretty well-defined characters. I feel like Garrett gets to be a little flat, unfortunately, because he's an interesting story, but he's not all that exciting of a character. And Ethan was kind of flat too, and Mira is like, you know, on a diet of Ambien and bread. But like,
I thought that Garrett was pretty fun when he was playing off of his 2 companions in the woods.
Yeah, when he's like the middleman between those 2, he sparks up a little bit, but it's mostly because those are stronger characters. They're very, like, diametrically opposed. They have different worldviews. It's neat to have you in the middle of them. That's, like, easy character writing also for a protagonist where you make choices, is give 2 characters who disagree with each other a lot. Classic game design thing, too.
But Chable says, what if Laenor surviving is just a setup for a House of the Dragon Telltale game of him being a sellsword?
I'd play that.
I'd play the shit out of that.
Yeah, the most fun we had was Asher being a sellsword without any relevance to the overall plot. And we said multiple times, I just want to play the Asher game.
Man, I would love just an Essos open world game. It sounds amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be on board. Like in an instant. There are so many like neat things they could have done and just consistently chose not to, and it bums me out because Telltale, like, clearly they have incredibly talented people working there. The art was gorgeous all the way through. That's the one thing I will never complain about. They did a phenomenal job making this game look beautiful. Asterisk, unless they were drawing Amelia Clark.
Yeah, or Kit Harington.
Or Natalie Dormer.
Tyrion wasn't as bad.
Tyrion wasn't as bad. That's they cartooned him up a little bit though,
and that's okay, right? Because everyone's face is cartoony in cartoons.
Yeah,
they try.
If you're gonna make this cartoony, go for it. I like that. I mean, some of my best friends are animators, right? I'm okay.
I thought that sentence was going. So my best friends are anime characters.
No, I'm not. I haven't fallen to watching VTubers yet.
Emphasis on the yet.
I hang out with a lot of people who do. It's inevitable. I already know multiple by name by looking at them and the nicknames fans have for them. Like, I'm not long for this world. I've had I talked to Jackson about Fauna, and I call her Mommy Fauna. So clearly, it's gonna happen eventually. But
what the fuck was that sentence?
I watch RAG. RAG is not a VTuber. It's not the same.
Yet.
Number 5 is alive.
Oh my god. Thank you, Ross. Thank you, Ross, for those 2 donations. That's very kind of you. My god, what madness. I can't believe I finally got the text-to-speech to work.
I can't believe it either.
Oh
I want to rant more about game design and writing. Can I
alive.
put a game on so we have something visually interesting? We can just sort of rant about that, or do you need to go, Tom?
It is 10 o'clock. I think that I must call it. However,
bummer.
why don't we schedule right now another stream?
Yeah, we can do a untitled nerd show where we rant about I don't know. This is still fresh in my mind, which is kind of the bummer. I have more to say, and I'm just not materializing all of it yet.
I can go for another I can go for another 15, 20.
Okay.
If you want to do a little bit of a rant.
Sure.
I'll think of something to put on.
Oh, I can pull up a game right now and just put that on.
You did the last one.
That's fair.
I'll think of something. You go ahead.
So, I am going to boot up a game until you tell me you have something.
Duke says Minecraft, and that is a good point.
You know what? I can also join in on Minecraft, so
All right,
that's fair.
Fine.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If anyone wants to hop in and play Minecraft with us, get on the server now.
Yeah.
So yeah, talk to me about game design, and also take your computer off your chest.
Yeah, you heard clacking because I actually touched my keys. That's
that makes sense.
Yeah. But I'm all for making more story focused games where the gameplay is supplemental to the story. Actually, I was talking about the Hearts of Iron 4 mod I'm in the music team for. That's the whole point. They turned Hearts of Iron 4 basically into a visual novel where you make some decisions and then a war might break out based on the consequences of your actions. You do the military stuff, and that's why it's in Hearts of Iron 4. But the main thrust of the game is reading the consequences to your action. You are a leader in a dark and horrible world, and you have to decide whether you're going to try and make things better or worse.
This is all very exciting, but I do need you to take your computer off your chest.
God damn it. Fine.
It's every syllable, I promise.
Sure. If you're gonna make a game that's dark and miserable, and your choices have sad consequences either way, you can do that in a way that doesn't feel like a ripoff, right? I know. I work on the game that does that. You can listen to my music in a game that does that. As someone who loves games that don't just exist to be fun, to be popcorny, to leave a smile on your face, is someone who loves games as an art form, something that's supposed to evoke certain feelings, and it's not always just the pleasure of playing it. If there is joy, you have to earn it, and there might be tears along the way. That's something that games are so great at doing, and just didn't happen at all this time.
And that really sucks, because it is pretty George Martin-y for it to be the end does not matter. It fully doesn't matter. Ross says post-stream Q&A. I think that's a great idea. Send in your questions to chat while we're playing Minecraft. I would love to respond to them. Because I too have a lot of thoughts on this. I have clicked join server.
I'm already on. You can make it George R. R. Martin, and I would have been on board for that, but they didn't set it up that way, and there was not enough focus, right? If you're gonna have the wonderful thing is that George had all the time in the world to give everybody the focus and attention they need. Imagine if the Red Wedding took place contemporaneous in pacing to Ned dying. There wouldn't have been enough time for it to be satisfying. It would have came out of nowhere, and it's because we don't get we get the stuff that sets it up early, but it gets time to marinate. We get more of it. We get to see the characters in other situations. We get to understand them. We get a ton of Ned in the first book because he's going to die at the end, and that's satisfying. And you could have done it a cheaper way where you get far less of Ned, and you don't understand that his death is the only real outcome that makes sense. We see enough of Ned We see just enough of Joffrey for it to still be kind of surprising, but not shocking that that's what happened. And that's good writing. And from a game design perspective, I don't want a character death that I contributed to feel unearned, right? Like, as a reader, I'm passive. I'm reading along. I have no control unless it's a choose your own adventure novel of where it's going. And in a game, choice is like what makes it different as an art form. That's what, like, I know a lot of people like to clown on Doug Walker, but he did a very good video on games as an art form, responding to people who said that games couldn't be art. And he said, choice is what makes games art. You can have games that look very beautiful and you experience a different way, and that's art too in a different way, but it's art in the same way that.
Not audible for you at all.
No, are you not coming through?
Hang on.
Hello? I can hear you now.
Crashed.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I know, but the stream might have crashed.
Uh-oh.
Streaming.
You're not crashing on my end.
Testing. Confirming for the folks. OBS was like, hey, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Now it's going. It's going, you're not crashing.
The server kicked me.
Server kicked you. Okay. I don't know how much of me got lost, but do you agree that the writers of this Telltale game should have done the last 4 to 5 seasons of actual Game of Thrones? They would have. The problem was they both made the same mistake, right?
Yeah.
They bit off more than they could chew in the allotted time they had. Although, to be fair, D&D made the corner that they wrote themselves into. They wanted to show, so they didn't give themselves enough time. However, they're already making decisions that would make it hard to end the show before they decided that that was going to be their out. So
and see, I gotta jump in here for
other bad decisions.
I gotta jump in for a second because I've never respected that position. Like, yeah, they had time constraints, but like they had time constraints for the full production, but not for the writing.
Yeah.
The writing, they had 5 seasons to write the last 3 seasons.
And
they chose they chose the ending that they got.
And HBO said if you want to go for 10, 12 seasons, like, go for it.
Yeah, I honestly blame nobody but them for that. Those were extremely avoidable mistakes. I know because individuals, myself included, in the days following the conclusion of Game of Thrones, immediately started responding with better finishes.
Yeah.
And same thing with this game, right? The two of us in the last hour, not even, have come up with better endings for the Game of Thrones game than the ending that they gave. Game of Thrones would not be remembered as fondly as it should be, but if it had ended fine, it would be remembered fine. But it didn't end fine. It ended like trash.
Yeah. And like there are games where like the ending was like it left a taste in my mouth. It was not entirely like pleasant. And I can't think of a better way to tell that story. My favorite game of all time, Omori, which is where I go back and forth between that and Undertale, but I adore that game. The ending fucked me up. No spoilers in the chat, please, for people who haven't played it, but the ending fucked me up. And at first I was like stewing on it, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm satisfied with that. And then I kind of realized that was the point. Sometimes there is no like satisfying, happy, or good ending to your story. Sometimes there is no like comeuppance for somebody to get. Sometimes that's just how life is. And the game does that beautifully, wonderfully. And this game didn't. If that was the ultimate message of this game, they did a bad job.
Is this structure new? I think the structure's new. Yeah, if that was the way they were going with this game, they did a bad job. In fact, no matter which way they went with this game, they did a bad job. Pikachu. Damn it. And that really sucks. It's a real shame because I was unironically enjoying it for most of that time.
There are cracks starting to show, but you can have a flawed, flawed story. There's some weak aspects of it, but ultimately it's overall still a good experience. I know. I watched Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah, man. Like everything that I have ever made is flawed. Also, the server crashed for me again.
Oh no, it's been running fine for me. But yeah, I wouldn't say I've ever created a perfect piece of art, but I don't think I've ever blown something up so much.
Yeah, I've never. I try. It's important to not tank something at the end, and both of the Game of Thrones properties that I have viewed and finished have tanked it at the end. Why? Why, guys? Right, like seasons 6, 7, and the first 3 episodes of 8 are not good, are not the best television, and they do not live up to the rest of the show. But they are, at worst, forgettable. You don't remember them. No one remembers them. You know what you remember? Arya killing the Night King. You remember Daenerys lighting King's Landing on fire, because that takes it from a period of bad things in a decent series to a bad ending to a bad series. Like, I think, you ever watch Twin Peaks?
Yeah.
I think about this sometimes. There is some ass in Twin Peaks. There is some truly bad episodes. Entire stretches in season 2, which is way too long. Entire stretches in season 2 where nothing happens. And you do not remember them. What you remember is the opening, the peak at the end of season 1, the peak at the end of season 2, and the conclusion. I haven't watched the movie, which I do need to watch.
We should watch it.
We should. But you don't remember those, right? You don't remember those. What you remember is the end.
Only because David Bowie's in it. But
is David Bowie in the movie?
David Bowie has the best scene in the movie.
Shit. Nick says the second half of season 2 is not great. Can confirm. It's not great.
And the ending isn't perfectly satisfactory either, but it's still better than what we got out of Game of Thrones.
Yep, totally, absolutely good. It's good.
I think about How I Met Your Mother a lot too. How I Met Your Mother is an example where they really did just crash it at the very end, and it makes it tough. I did go back and rewatch it, but I have to gaslight myself into thinking the alternative ending's the real one.
Because the rest of the last season is not particularly good. But the part that you remember, if they had ended it fine, I would remember the series fondly. But they didn't end it fine. They ended it bad. Why end it bad?
In a way that wasn't particularly well set up either. Endings are you can have a twist ending, but they're hard to earn from a writing perspective, and I usually don't go for them. I've mentioned my writing before on the other channel. I've given a direct SCP that I've written before. My name on the SCP wiki is Gary Mander Bassist. Don't look into the name too much; you'll learn things about.
I will absolutely. Oh wait, now hold the fucking phone here. Is this the pronunciation we're making canon?
Should it be gerrymander or Garymander?
In modern American parlance, it is gerrymander in opposition to the pronunciation of Elbridge Gary's name. But this is a proper noun, so if you want to switch it back, you can.
One of my many author inserts, the one that is supposed to be me the most, is Dr. Gary Mander Basin. So it's definitely pronounced Gary from that perspective.
Perfect. I find this very funny.
Yeah. I did consider naming him Jerry at one point, and then I'm I'd rather be Gary than Jerry. So you can read all my works. There's very few things of what I call a twist ending. There's a fun little like thing thrown on the ending of SCP-3636, my most popular one. But it's not really a twist. It's just I gave more characterization to the object. I made it unambiguously clear that the jukebox is sentient. For anybody who really likes the jukebox SCP but don't know what it's called, it's SCP-3636, and I'm the author. You're learning more about me as I rant. Yeah, like, you can do a fun little tweak to your narrative at the end, but it's got to be earned, and it can't append the entire story as you know it. It reminds me of the, like, it was all a dream sort of trope that basically always ruins a story with one exception.
What's the exception?
Oh, The Wizard of Oz. Nobody gets mad about that.
I am mad about that.
Never mind. One person.
I'm mad about it, and I'm okay if I'm the only person who's mad about that, but that's always pissed me off. Also, I have a question.
Chat, let me know if I'm the weird one for being okay with it.
No, Duke says Alice in Wonderland. I do not subscribe to Alice in Wonderland being a dream. I am of the opinion that she was placed back where she was because we see in Through the Looking Glass that Wonderland is real, and she had been there before. Anyway, Zach, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What happens when the first track of Rincaria is played on SCP-3636?
Oh, goodness. I never thought I had...
Turns to camera 2. Rincaria, by the way, is Zach's upcoming album to be dropped on August 23rd.
Second. But I might blow past that date. I'm going to try my damnedest not to, but August 22nd, I'm going to try and have it done and out on Spotify and all your favorite listening devices.
Yeah.
Service.
It's important to give a range, right? Like a confidence interval. It will be released between August 23rd and August 22nd.
It'll be released between August 22nd and the heat death of the universe.
Yeah.
I'm actually fairly confident I can get it done. All my vocals are recorded. I have another vocalist who I still need to like get the vocals from, and she's also drawing the album art. And then after that, like, it'll just be a little bit more mastering, but that's mostly done. I did the instrumentals separate from the vocals, then I'm just layering the vocals on top. It's not the best way to do it, but I made a bunch of decisions and make this album that I won't make in the next one.
This is all fantastic, and I think that, like, on on your music channel, it might be cool to have like a behind the scenes on like how I made these, but
I have a fun twist for that.
You did duck the question.
I did duck the question on what? Oh, what happens?
Oh yeah,
I didn't duck the question. You did a like ad plug, which I appreciate. So that first song is the intro. It is literally to peel away what the story is. The character of Rincaria is streaming a video game, saying goodnight to her audience, and like signing out. So I can't imagine it would be too different. It would definitely be like weird and anomalous and take place in real life. I don't know if it would take the person who inputted it and made them like stream a video game. But the first song is rather quick too, so I can't imagine it'd be like catastrophic.
All right, is there another one? Is there another one that you think would be more, like what happens if you play the whole album?
Heartbreak, but that's also what happens when you play the album in real life.
Oh, fair. Does the jukebox just like get sad and sag?
The jukebox has opinions and feelings about music. We know this because it refuses to play Wonderwall because it despises the song, which is the correct opinion. I don't know why I'm saying it. The jukebox is a girl, but she hates Wonderwall.
She Hates Wonderwall is one of my is like on my checklist for potential like romantic interests.
This is why I had to make sure the jukebox hated Wonderwall.
I said maybe. Yeah, you dropping any albums lately?
So I'm gonna make an all-powerful jukebox with a personality. I'm gonna make it somebody I get along with.
get a long, get a short. You know, these things happen.
Yeah.
We have a whole bunch of people talking about Alice in Wonderland in the chat.
Do we have any questions? I know we said we're going to Q&A a little bit.
Jackie says someone is dropping an album. Did I hear that correctly? What music genre?
It's me. It's lo-fi. It's like sort of inspired by like lo-fi girl, sort of like hip hop, but it's actually like my complaint with lo-fi girls is not really lo-fi. It's chill hop. It's very actually high fidelity stuff. This is actually like lo-fi. Like it's intentionally kind of amateurish. There's crackles. There's like rain in the background in some of them. Except for some of the songs where I wanted it to come through a little clearer. And mine's a little less hip hoppy. Like I definitely sing and rap over it in different points, but there's a lot of singer songwriter and jazz stuff in there. So lo-fi is a good description, but expect it to be different than what that name entails on its own, I guess is what I would say. It's really ambitious. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's something that anybody besides me wants to listen to. All I know is I wanted to make it.
I can speak for no one else. I know it's good, and I want to listen to it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And if there is one thing that I can be proud of with this silly little group of nerds, is that when someone makes something that they're proud of, we all hype them. That doesn't mean that I expect everyone to shell out the $99 for the deluxe edition or whatever.
I'm never going to pay that much for deluxe edition. Jeez.
I'm sorry. $499.
Maybe if I'm someday super successful and I have like 6 critically acclaimed albums, I'll make like a bundle with like a behind the scenes thing. Speaking of which, you mentioned my music channel.
No. But that doesn't mean I expect everyone to go out and shell out that for the deluxe edition. But I do hope that everyone like gets some hype when the album drops. Listen to a couple of songs, and if it's your kind of thing, consider buying it. It's a super cool thing.
The whole album's like, I think roughly 30 minutes, not even. It's like maybe a little bit longer than 30, but like it's not a huge time commitment. And it's one narrative thrust all the way through. It's telling a singular story. I'm unfortunately addicted to concept albums as a concept, so hopefully you are too. If it's not your thing, you know, it's only 30 minutes of your time to determine that.
Ross sent in a super chat saying, "Imagination is the hood ornament on my car of creativity."
Imagination is the hood ornament on my car of creativity.
Thank you very much, Ross. That's very kind of you. Did we decide that those are Outback Bucks? $7.99 in Outback Bucks?
Dollary dues.
Dollary dues, excuse me. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Nick asks a question. Zach, is your Spotify profile up yet?
No, I just got what's it called? DistroKid or CD Baby, whatever the better one is. I got so I can set it up as soon as I want, but I don't have any music to put on it yet. I do have like 3 songs that are completely and totally done. Bless you. Except for the final little bit of mastering, bless you. And I could release them as singles, but I'm torn. I love the album as a single narrative thrust. I understand people are gonna like songs in the context of their own. A lot of songs work really well in the context of the album and only in the context of the album, but a few others work really well as singles. One of those songs that works well as a single is ready to go. And I don't know if I should just drop that as a preview, because like people could be like, "Oh my god, I want to hear the rest of this," or they could be like, "Oh, neat." And I don't know, one, if it works better in the context of the album and people like it more that way, and I don't want to turn people off, or if people are gonna like have an underwhelming reaction to it and I'm gonna be unenthused. If like this album I've already like been painstakingly trying to make as good as it possibly can. Tom, this came off of music I made for a game we decided to not finish making for multiple reasons in the year of our Lord 2020 in the fall.
There sure were reasons involved.
There sure were reasons involved. Plenty of them.
Spending many hours sitting cross-legged on the cushy armchairs at my mother's shop.
Yep.
In fucking July of fucking 2020.
Oh yeah, no, it was summer, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Jeez, I thought
yeah.
no.
We called
the
we called the project in like October.
Before that, I'm pretty sure we called it in August. Actually, it's just that I asked you in October, can I use the music and story elements from the game we didn't make to make an album? And you very graciously said, yeah, absolutely. That's yours to do what you want with. Because you had every right in the world to say, I'd rather hold on to that idea. But actually, the funny thing is, if this takes off, we could just make it a it again.
I have thought this thought.
If people are like, oh my god, what a compelling like story, I'd love to play it. It's like, oh well, very good news.
Yeah,
the visual novel's coming out soon.
Because yours was a visual novel with, I believe that the prototype was going to have 3 different romance paths, and yours is just one. And I had ideas for like 2 or 3 more on top of those.
And not only that, I'm writing a story that didn't get written at all. Like, my story was taking a long time, my character, and it was tough to fit. We actually had a very similar problem to the Telltale game we just played. It was hard to have very different branching narratives that all fed into the same overarching narrative, which was ultimately what killed the game from like a writing standpoint. I could not keep up with your writing pace, which, you know, I applaud you for writing so fast, but I'm the kind of writer where I need to know where things are going for me to write every story I write, to peel it back a little bit. I know the beginning and the ending, and I sort of meet in the middle. And I knew that for this album, too. And I know that for my next album, which I know how it starts, and I know how it ends, and figuring out the middle is the fun part. And it's hard to write on a schedule, on a budget, on a with a team in that regard. And I did not appreciate that, nor did I warn you. So that's a lot of that's on me. But that character...
It was a tough project, let's say.
Well, we both didn't really appreciate each other's workflow and writing style until they had to work together.
Yeah.
And now I can say that we're very different writers.
I wanted my co-authors to write like me, and that's not reasonable to expect.
Yeah.
And I
it wasn't
apologize.
No, there's no need to apologize. That was not the first problem we had. That was like the last problem we had. That was when we realized that there was no like easy way to make this happen.
No,
but we had other fatal wounds in the project well before that one.
That wasn't the last problem we had. That was the last problem that we had.
That's true.
Other problems arose.
Yes. And the character of Rincaria, that route was never written. The other writer never got around to it for a multitude of reasons. I don't blame them particularly. I just wish they let us know that it was not going to be like happening.
Yeah, because if we had known, this is a good time to talk about like writing advice, right?
Yeah.
If you are on a project and you feel that and you don't think that you're going to meet your deadline, just say so. I know that it sucks and I know that people hate it. But it is really hard to still be friends with someone when you work on a project and they don't show up for it. You know what I mean?
It's hard, yeah, to have like a rapport with somebody when they're not being like they're not willing to put in the effort and they're not going to at least fess up about that. It's tough.
Ross says
I at least told you I can't keep up with this pace.
You did.
I don't know what.
You were fully upfront with me. For whatever it's worth, I still have the full version of mine.
You do. I still need to actually finish playing it. It was hard. You didn't put any images in, so it was just text over a black background.
Correct. Which is
hard to read.
And I only got to the end of the first chapter. There needs to be more.
I do have the music I made for your character. It's actually on my channel now. It's if you go to, I'm revealing so much about myself.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Zoda, my meme mashup channel. There's a video on there. The like thumbnail says all art is abandoned, it's like all my projects that I wanted to like save somewhere that had no context anymore. The thing I made them for was like not gonna happen. I have a whole abandoned album. Parts of the song ended up there, and then other parts ended up on the soundtrack for a Hearts of Iron 4 mod that I will not name, but somebody in the comments has probably already figured out. Somebody in chat probably figured out what Hearts of Iron 4 mod I work on. You're allowed to say it. I'm just not going to say the 3-letter acronym out loud. But because it'll get clipped.
Ross.
And
Ross. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And who said, was it Ross who said, sounds like we need a project manager?
I was exactly what I was about to call out. No, Ross, what we needed was a budget.
we needed a budget, and we needed like a plan we could have all stuck to at the beginning.
Dude, if the three of us didn't have to work at the same time, right? If we were, if we weren't doing other things at the same time, it sure would have been easier.
You were working the fewest hours, and you wrote the most.
I sure did.
And my writing was back to school photography at the time. That's an old job of mine. I used to take school pictures. I'm never going to do it again, so I don't mind sharing that with the internet. I did that for like 5 years. And it sucked, but I was good at it, and I made okay money. I went back to that right in the midst of us writing, and they just like hammered me hardcore to be like the guy who did that. And then miraculously, whenever there was a COVID outbreak, I just wouldn't be there or wouldn't be affected somehow. So I would always get like extra hours from everybody else getting out because they were sick. And I think that happened while I was on writing this project. Was I ended up picking up an insane amount of hours because everybody else was sick. And that really didn't help the fact that I'm already a slow writer by most metrics.
It was a wild time trying to do personal projects while frankly while trying to make a living is extremely hard. It's hard to find the time to do the things that you would like to do while also working. That's actually one of the things, by the way, and I don't know if I've talked about this directly on video before. One of the things that I love most about this project with you, Zach, is that like it's pretty low stress.
Yeah, we do things on a like budget of nothing, and yeah, like obviously the videos we record are not like super edited, they're not super produced, but you all still like and watch them, and it doesn't cause us any additional stress. It's by design. It doesn't cause us any additional stress to our day to get these done. And like I've gotten to a point, like that's why I like making music for video games. I can just focus on a song. I can just make a song and it goes in the soundtrack, and I don't need to worry about building the context around it. I am a part of a team, and it's really good. Your son plays Hearts of Iron 4. Ask him if he plays any of the alternate history mods, and if so, he might be a fan of my music. But yeah, we like, it's difficult to do a big project that has a lot of hurdles and not have that be your entire life. It's also exhausting.
And that's not to say it's not fun and not rewarding and not worth pursuing. But man, is it hard.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's the reason that this album could have been finished last year. But I was working a job I considered very important, and I was happy to be doing it most of the time. Oh, I was shot by Duke using David Bowie. That's funny. That's really funny. But
oh, I've just been sitting on the connection lost internal exception java.net.socket exception connection reset screen.
Yeah. I could have been playing Hitman Blood Money. But what was I gonna say? Shit. Where was my train of thought? Oh.
You were working a lot last year.
This album could have came out a year earlier if I had like had the time. And I just like didn't. And I want to like I don't want to put the blame on anybody but myself. I chose the line of work I work in. I could have chosen another one. I certainly could have gone other places. This is on me. I don't have any like fists to shake at who I worked for or society at large. I live an interesting life by design. But it's nice that like this channel existed when I was working that job and through the entirety of it. And I only needed to disappear for an extended period of time twice over 2 of roughly the same job at one particular point in time. And that's great. That's great that I can do that. Because what I didn't do much of at all was work on this album or make a lot of music during that time. Or write. I still haven't written an SCP since March of 2022. And like, 'cause the way I would write SCPs is I would kind of plan out what I'm doing and I would just go on a tear once I had all the pieces in place. Once I knew my beginning and my ending, I would just like write in 6-hour binges. And that's hard for me to sustain. I don't know about you, Tom, but I know you can write in pretty long binges too.
Yeah, when for those of you who may not know, I have a novel written. And in order to make myself write that, God, it was, when was it? Was that 2020? My God, what hell? I forced myself to write 6-8 hours a day for 6 weeks.
Didn't you at one point like go out to your like a place your family may or may not own in the wilderness?
I sure did.
You mind sharing the nickname of that place?
I don't. Is that
not like they can find it on Google Maps, right?
No, God, they can't. Absolutely not. We'll say my family's cabin. How's that?
Yes.
I went out to my family's cabin. I just
the appropriate nickname for what you did to yourself there.
The Killer Toad calls it the North Grove, and that is a good name for a cabin.
It is.
And my mother was working on the one of the COVID task forces. She was one of the first responders to get shipped out to New York City in the first outbreaks. And I went out there and stayed with her and volunteered with her for much of the time. And during the times when she was at work and I was, holed up in an unfamiliar place in Manhattan, I wrote 270 goddamn pages, because that's the only way that I can. I need to get myself to a place where I can stop before I stop. Because if I don't get myself to a good, if I don't get myself to a checkpoint, I'll never finish. And it's hard to do that when you're working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. It's hard to find yeah, exactly. It's hard to find the time to do that.
And I want to point out before you say that's an absurd amount of hours to work. I chose this field knowing that
it was all.
This is on me at a certain point.
It was all intentional.
Yep. And Tom did as well. Well, to a certain extent. You're also doing that far less than I am, which is probably better for your health.
To be fair, I'm doing that less now. That doesn't mean I'll,
That doesn't preclude going to do it again in the future,
yes.
Which has been discussed.
The fact that I didn't have any takers this season doesn't mean I won't have any takers next season.
That's fair. I might have been having sabbatical if I didn't get headhunted, which is a nice thing to have happen career-wise. Somebody,
sure, yeah.
Somebody calls you up and says, "I hear you're an expert on blank." That phone call feels good, especially when you have no idea who it is on the fucking other end of the phone. Person you never met before calls and says, "I hear you're an expert on blank." I don't know if any of you all have ever experienced that, but that hits. What's a good intoxicant comparison there?
That hits like a dab when you've been taking gummies.
Yeah. It's that's like a damn good cup of coffee when you did not get nearly enough sleep.
Yeah.
That like perked me.
Zach, I think that you should be very proud of yourself. And I
Thank
think
you.
that the people in chat should be very excited for August 23rd when
August 22nd.
It's 22nd. I thought it was 23rd. Damn it.
22nd.
August 22nd when Zach's album will be dropping. And on that note,
Ooh.
I think that it may be advisable for us to call it here.
To call it here? That's
Yeah.
true. We ranted a lot about the game. We ranted a lot about creativity and writing. We talked about our processes. Anybody here, by the way, if you have projects, let me and Tom know. We want you to get like as many listens, views, what have you that you can get. It's tough being creative and getting your stuff out there in a way that doesn't feel like preaching at a street corner. We'll do the preaching for you.
Yeah, I'll yell about your shit. Absolutely. As an aside, I want.
Of, isn't Forge running a game that we're playing? Blood on the Clock Tower on Friday.
Absolutely. As an aside, I want to remind everyone that we'll be playing Blood on the Clock Tower, Blood on the Clock Tower in the server on Friday, and we're looking for another player or two if anybody wants to stop in. It should be a blast. I'm really excited about it. Thank you, by the way, to Ross Chables, Reddist. Thank you guys very much for donating. It really does help us keep this dumb shit going. Zach, I fully do expect you to come and play Blood on the Clock Tower. I don't know. Say again?
I did sign up, so I probably should, shouldn't I?
Nice. Zach, when do you want to stream again?
It's a good call. Good question, rather. So, let's see. I'm playing Blood on the Clock Tower on Friday. I have a fundraiser on Thursday for undisclosed purposes. I have work Saturday, Sunday, but I don't know. How's your Monday look?
I'd be happy to.
Okay, let's do an untitled nerd show. We can play. I know people said they wanted to watch me play Hitman Blood Money. I'd be glad to play that, and we can talk more about how we would write the Telltale game while we do that.
We're gonna have to talk about the docket because I'm not gonna sign on without concessions to a single-player game you've played before on your screen.
Well, what we could also do is have people vote, and we'll take the top few things. And if there's something multiplayer we can lead with, and then something single player we can end with, that might be how we do it.
How do you feel?
Do people want to vote on the people want to vote on the games?
How do you feel about Disco Elysium? Actually,
Disco Elysium. I have it. I could play it.
Yeah, I saw the recommendation in the chat. It's heavily choice based and could be another interesting discussion on game design. But we can talk about it in the next day or so because it may be the case that we just feel like Guess Who or something.
My understanding of the game is it allows you to try and live out your political fantasy and then makes fun of you for having a political fantasy. It has no direct ideology to it. It just puts you in situations to like realize that there isn't like a one size fits all sort of solution to your problems. And I think that's neat. And I like that message. And also my ideology is based on every terrible thing that happens is cool when I do it. Maybe
I'm on board. You want to lock up Disco Elysium? I'd give it a shot.
Sure. I don't see why not.
It would probably end up being a series. Are you okay with that?
That's a tougher thing, right? I don't want to commit to a series of a game I have no context for. I don't know what subjects it delves into for sure. That's the tougher one.
Well,
so I'm more comfortable playing something I've already played. Like I know, like the thrust of it, how long it's going to be, stuff like that.
Cool thing about this show is if at the end of one stream we don't feel like playing it again, no one can tell us to.
That's true. We can just say we didn't feel like it.
Yeah, we can just say we didn't. You know, we can just say, and you know what? Our Untitled Nerd Show streams have been about 2 hours. We can say at the end of 1 hour even, like, hey, this sucks. Let's play Minecraft.
Yeah. Maybe we can do depends on the time we start, but maybe we can start a little earlier on Monday. I don't know what your schedule is. Actually, Sunday evening I'm also free. No, wait, that wouldn't work. You still would have work. Damn it. If only, like, Friday and Saturday were nights. Well, I guess I could stay up a little late. We'll talk about it. We'll do Monday now, and if we want to do longer ones in the future, maybe we'll have to aim for, like, a Friday night sort of thing.
All right.
Also, like, in the chat, let us know what days work well for you, because we do this so y'all can enjoy also. Otherwise,
I don't. I do it so that I can enjoy. Fuck all of you.
you all make our viewing experience better. Michael talks about stuff. Some of the jokes you were dropping tonight, I was dying over here.
I'm feeling woozy here. Oh, Zach, I watched a new horror movie this week.
What's the horror movie?
I watched The Blackening. Have you seen The Blackening?
No, I've not.
It is this very interesting, extremely funny look at horror. It's a satirical look at black people in horror movies.
And
it's
like examining the trope that, like, they make fun of in, like, Scary Movie, right?
Absolutely.
Where, the black character's like, oh, horror movie starting? I'm gonna get out of here because I've seen enough horror movies.
That's exactly, and, like, they talk about that. The characters in the movie talk about that all the time.
That sounds right up my alley.
It's extremely fucking funny and a good horror movie in its own right.
Oh, I just got booted from the server.
Oh, bye.
Well, I love horror comedies, and I love horror comedies with a, like, meta, like, conscious of, like, problematic horror movie tropes aspect to them. Because it is kind of problematic that it kind of implies that horror movie monsters are racist, which, I mean,
some.
I don't know if that's the message. I guess some of them are, yeah.
So, can I? All right, I'm gonna tell one joke from the movie. All right. Perhaps one of the characters has married a white woman, and another character.
Tom, I can barely hear you. I don't know if it's on my end or your end, but you're coming through all broken up.
Oh no! Hang on. How about now? Uh-oh, did the stream crash? Uh-oh. 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 Zach, can you hear me? Testing, testing. Can chat hear me? Oh, chat says I'm still alive. Though Minecraft is gone. Let me switch over to here. Well, it looks to me that Zach is no longer with us, and that's fine, so I guess I'm doing the outro. Just to finish up, the phenomenal joke is one character has married a white woman and another character describes him as, quote, balls deep in the sunken place. And that may be the best joke ever told. My God, that's extraordinary. And on that note, I hope that everyone it's just Tom and chat in a dark room. I want to thank everyone for being here. I hope that we can see you guys on Monday. I'll go ahead and schedule that stream. I think we're gonna do Disco Elysium.
Disco Elysium?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Hi, yeah. It turns out it's on my end. My phone's still.
Jesus Christ, Zach, talk quieter, please. Oh my God!
Sorry.
Hold on. Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
Do I need to ASMR it?
It scared me so bad. Hang on. Tap.
Good old jump scare for the viewing audience.
Click view. To say words.
Hello.
Oh, that's so much better. Oh my God, that scared me so bad. I thought you were behind me.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Oh my God. Zach, you missed the joke, and I'm not gonna retell it.
I can go rewatch the VOD.
I was just doing the outro. We're gonna do Disco Elysium on Monday. We have a video that goes live on Saturday. Another one next week. I'm very excited. We have some cool collaborative projects that we're doing. Oh no. Ross doesn't get the joke. I'm afraid you're gonna have to watch all of Get Out in order to get the joke. I hope everyone has a great day. Zach, say goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, I want to say Chables. Thank you, Chables, who said it directly, and I'm sure I missed other people saying they're looking forward to my album. Thank you. It means the world to me. This is what I want to do: is make more music, and hope to God anybody listens to it and digests it. So the fact there are people looking forward to this album is incredibly exciting to me. Thank you all so much for watching through the stream, and we'll see y'all soon.
Goodbye, you nerds. Goodbye.
Bye.